right, everybody, welcome to Show Some Hus. I'm sitting here with Leo, as per usual.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, buddy. And today we have a special guest. His name is ROCKisode.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
This is The Rock.
Rock, thank you so much for being here, man.
No problem. I'm looking forward to this. Should be a pretty fun day.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the game and recap the other games, and then we're gonna do a little fun conversation interview at the end.
Man, this game is going to be great. It's going to be just like last night. It is going to be phenomenal. I'm really looking forward to this.
Based on last night, it should be the greatest game we've ever played.
I think that might be an understatement.
We should win by 57.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Anyway, do you guys want to get this going?
All right. Let's start it up. I'm ready. Let's rock.
So let's talk about...
What do you want to talk about? The Christmas Day game?
Yeah, let's talk about Christmas Day
Is that
game.
the next one up? Oh, man.
Yeah.
What a great day of basketball. I love that the NBA has taken Christmas for itself.
Yeah.
I think just as a basketball fan, I should say by game 5, I didn't really watch the whole Suns game. I was kind of tired by that time. I'd watched a lot of basketball that day. But there was just a lot of fun games. It's so great to see great teams.
Yeah.
And even better than that, it's great that the Nuggets are one of the teams that gets guaranteed coverage on Christmas now. Defending champion Denver Nuggets. Love being able to say that.
Right? Like, it's so weird.
So amazing.
Oh,
I'm not used to it
weird.
yet.
It is weird. It's odd. It's so weird.
Let's talk about the 120 to 114 Denver Nuggets win on Christmas Day, where Nikola Jokic,
Donny said the score right.
Nikola Jokic acted his way towards how many free throws?
Get out of here, Donny. Get out of here, bro.
I wonder if I think it was the 17 free throws, if I'm remembering correctly. Mm-hmm. I'm not a numbers guy like you, Donny.
I think it was 18.
Oh, it was 18.
Was it 18?
Yeah.
I was off by one.
He went 18 for 18.
Okay.
18 for 18.
Can we real talk, everybody? The most important stats we need to talk about are the 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists from Aaron Gordon on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
All right, are we done with the Warriors? Okay.
Let's talk about the fun game.
Jesus.
The one that wants to happen more often. 142 to 102?
142 Nuggets, 105 Grizzlies.
That's what it was.
It was a great game. I was there. April and I went. It was so fun. Got my new coat.
A new coat?
I got a plaid. Well, it's not a coat. It's a plaid jacket.
That coat over there?
Yeah, I think it's fresh.
That is a nice
with
coat.
the maxi minor and it's the fleece on the inside.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
It's so comfy.
It's the Mighty Miner.
Mighty Miner. Yes, you're right. I know. We need to call it the Mighty Miner. We've decided that's what we're calling it.
Yeah. We're going against the grain.
We hate the name Maxi.
Yeah. Maxi's like Philly. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mighty.
Mighty.
Good.
Mighty
Yeah.
Miner.
Yeah.
It's warm.
It looks warm.
It's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Also looks good.
There's something naturally about plaid that just looks warm to me.
Yeah.
I don't know
Agreed.
what it is.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's the warmest threading.
That's how I know you're from Colorado.
What's the, here's a question. What's the difference between plaid and flannel?
I think flannel is like a type of fabric, and plaid is like a style.
Yeah. So you can have like a plaid flannel.
Yeah.
Like that is a plaid flannel.
But you could have plaid that's like a plaid dress shirt.
Yeah.
You could have like silk plaid.
Yeah.
So plaid is the design?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Like plaid and
Okay.
argyle.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that was a dumb question.
I love
No,
that
I
word,
see how that was.
argyle.
It's a good question.
Yeah. Usually when I think of both.
Yeah. I feel like flannel is mainly styled in plaid.
In college, I
Yeah.
had flannels and they were all plaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a legit question.
Okay. Anyway, Desmond Bane is really good at basketball,
Yes.
and I want him to play for the Nuggets
That'd be nice.
when KCP decides to hang it up.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow. Do you think they'd go for that trade? Well, I wouldn't do it because I'm not breaking up our
What?
guys.
I would do that trade in a heartbeat.
I'm not breaking up our guys.
I would trade
But
Desmond Bane.
if I were an objective
KCP.
outside guy, yeah. But no.
Objectively, I would trade him. Heart-wise, I would never trade KCP.
I mean, when you're looking at the future, Bane's what, 25? KCP's in his
And
30s.
25 a game.
I feel like I have to make it up to KCP now. I would absolutely never trade you for Desmond Bain with his little Tyrannosaur arms. I would never do that.
Yo, but they are stacked Tyrannosaur arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacked.
Do you think that guy gets tested more than others randomly by the?
There's a few players in the league, I feel like, either through a fluke of how they look genetically or just because of the fact that they can jump twice as high as everybody else. The quote-unquote random genetic testing or drug testing has to hit those guys.
Right, Giannis gets tested after every game.
For sure. Depending on how many foul shots you shoot. If you're shooting 12 foul shots and like 3 of them go in, they're like, nah, you okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
When I see Ja Morant take off, I'm like, he's on something.
Yeah.
He's doing something that's not legal. No human can do what he does.
The great thing about it is, right, he's, I want to say, a more normal-sized guy because he's only like, what, 6'2", 6'3"?
He's very normal sized.
Right? But he will go fearlessly
Oh my God.
into a 7-foot guy's chest and dunk it right on them.
Yeah.
He is a fun player to watch.
It's like he aims for the backboard, but not with the ball, with his body.
Yeah.
Like he could go through the hoop with the ball
Yeah.
if he wanted.
Anyway,
It's impressive. I mean,
It's
I
sad
really
that he
like,
didn't play last night.
yeah, super sad.
Yeah.
So
I
sad.
haven't seen him much this year. Has something happened with that guy?
I don't
Took
know.
a leave of absence.
He's a sharpshooter.
I love that. Was it the very first game back? He hits the game winner.
Oh yeah,
And
he had a game.
of course, hits him with the celebration.
The Selly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, he was.
That is another guy that, people can have their think pieces about. I don't know if this is a good role model. If he played for the Nuggets, he would probably be my favorite Nugget.
I was gonna say, like Nuggets
What?
Nation would love him if he was here.
No.
Okay, probably not
No.
because I love Jamal Murray too much, but
He'd be my 5th favorite at best.
5th favorite at best. I love.
Nicola, Jamal.
Okay.
AG.
I do love all those guys too much. It would be a lot of fun to watch a guy be the villain in the national media. I love a good bad guy.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why I'm rock steady. I love a good bad guy.
That's why I want Dylan Brooks.
See?
Set up the trade.
That's the
No.
question is
No.
who would you
No.
trade for him? And I'm like, nobody.
Nobody. No.
Yeah.
If they want a free agent signed to the veteran minimum, I think we've got an exception maybe left. So
Yeah,
if any of those guys are unemployed this next year,
KCP's probably gone next year, isn't he? Do you think he?
I think there's a possibility.
Yeah,
And I don't want it to happen, so I'm pretending like it wouldn't, just like until I pretended Bruce Brown wasn't going to leave and I pretended Jeff Green wasn't going to leave until I saw the reports, and then I pretended like that was just a troll report and it wasn't the truth. And then when I saw it for the 10th time, I said, okay, maybe they're not here.
yeah. And like, was it at the parade when he was like, Mike Malone
man.
was like, "We ain't going no, hell no, hell no," or whatever. And I was like, "I believe you, Michael Malone. He's never going anywhere."
If only you'd given Bruce Brown a pen right then. As much alcohol as they consumed on that parade route.
Right, get the
When you're
agents
up in
there,
front of 100,000 people or however many came out for that,
dude.
and you have the contract right in front of him, and you're just like, sign right here to come back.
You need to-
He absolutely would have signed right.
You need to be on the Nuggets negotiation team because you need to know when to
Seems like
sign
a
these
slam
guys.
dunk.
Yeah,
It's right.
the face he gave, I'm like, yeah, he's gonna stay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I couldn't say no to that money either.
It is weird, right? That he left. Obviously, he's not here right now. I wish him luck with the Pacers, though. That's also a fun team to watch this year.
Yeah,
And even though he said that, oh yeah, I'll do everything I can to come back, said at the parade very drunkenly, obviously only half being serious that he would come back. People love that guy,
yeah.
as they should.
he's a legend.
Absolutely Denver legend, and a lot of people I hope that he comes back here and finishes his career here.
Dude.
I think he should.
That would be incredible.
It would be amazing.
He's pretty young, isn't he?
Yeah, there's no way that guy's 30, right?
No,
No, he's like
mid 20s.
27. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah,
I bet I'm off by one, but I'm gonna guess. I don't know whether I'm one up or one down.
and in the modern game, you can play a little bit longer.
A little bit longer. LeBron looks like he'd play for another decade.
Well, yeah, but that man is like he's one of a kind. He's one of a kind. Like I don't think
Kevin
Joker
Durant.
plays that long.
I think every
Look
team
at
has a
Kevin
guy
Durant.
is not as old as LeBron. He looks like he's older because he's got the giant bald spot.
But he's outperforming LeBron at his age for his numbers.
He's also probably top 5 like
I think
scorer of all
that
time.
the difference is that LeBron is the leader of the Lakers right now. Anthony Davis, as great as he's playing, is not that guy, I don't think yet. I think that KD is not the leader of the Suns. I think it's Devin Booker.
It's Devin Booker.
I agree, and it should be. But KD is just he can't be stopped.
Well, no.
He's averaging like 32, isn't he?
I mean, it helps that Devin
Or 30?
Booker takes away attention.
What did you think of that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to change the subject here for a second. What did you think of that Joel Embiid quote when he was talking about Wembanyama, and he says that he needs to decide whether he's going to be the type of player that sits at the perimeter and becomes a Kevin Durant, or whether he puts on some muscle, goes down low, and becomes a Joel Embiid? Is it funny to you that Embiid is putting himself historically on the same level as KD? Because right now, sure, they're on the same level.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's just funny to me.
I didn't even think of that. That's hilarious.
1 MVP, 0 titles.
Congratulations, Joel.
Yeah, no NBA final appearances.
Yeah. 1 undeserved MVP. Congratulations.
Yeah. I didn't know he said that, but I don't think he has to choose. I think the game is changing.
Yeah. I think that the fact that we have 2 guys in the league right now, rookies, who are top 3 in blocks, who have offensive spurts where they look unstoppable, just unguardable. Because how are you supposed to block a guy that's 7'4"?
Yeah.
It looks like the evolution of the league. And I think you could say that Kevin Durant maybe started the evolution. I remember when he looked like the unicorn out there, right? And then you see these games where he plays the Spurs and he looks so short next to Wemby. It just doesn't look human.
Yeah.
I just would like Joel Embiid to remember how many Hall of Fame teammates he's played with and how many Wemby has played with. So maybe he should shove it and think about that.
I fully agree with you here.
Do you think
Let
Kevin
Wemby do
Durant
his thing.
gets a title without going to Golden State?
So where
Polar
in this-
Bears get... Never mind.
Maybe
Sorry.
does he if he stays with Russ and OKC?
In this career arc, you're talking about a prime Kevin Durant, a prime
Yeah.
Russ. Had they already traded James Harden by this time?
Yeah. I'm talking
Yeah.
like that the team that should have beat the Warriors that
You
year.
mean the Russ that I think had 43 games in one season with triple doubles? I
Yeah.
mean, as much as Joker is our triple double king,
Yeah.
I think that he has never had 43 in a season like Russ did.
No, he hasn't.
I don't know how you can.
A lot of those were empty calorie
Yeah.
triple doubles, though.
Yeah. Well, and
That's true.
In that Oklahoma City, they had Steven Adams. They had.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a good team. They were up 3-1 on the
good
Warriors.
team.
They should have won that series.
absolutely.
And then, ironically, the Warriors lose when they're up 3-1 in the finals. But
What goes around comes around.
like, I truly think that if Oklahoma City makes that finals, they beat LeBron and the Cavs. I do.
It's very possible.
I don't think
Yeah.
anybody beats LeBron.
I bet people in
that
Oklahoma
situation.
City think about that the same way I think about the 09 Nugget squad. If we just inbound the ball correctly and Trevor Ariza doesn't steal it, two games in that series, 2 games, we go on to get an NBA title that season.
With Chauncey Billups, that would have been amazing.
With hometown hero Chauncey Billups,
Right.
Put a statue of him up.
Right?
I don't even know where. Put up a Chauncey statue right on Park Hill.
Look
That's
at his
what I
sweater.
want.
Be a good
Oh
person.
man. Yep. I have that one.
Hey, Jamal. You got that? You got that sweater?
I got that sweat. I mean, I don't look as good in it as Jamal because I don't have the $1 million stylist, but
You need the ice in the ear, bro.
I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, might as well,
I
dude.
need to get some of that, right? I just wish I still had enough hair that I could pull off a Jamal Murray look, but I just couldn't do it. There'd be a big, like, Kevin Durant bald patch right at the top of it. It just wouldn't look right.
I feel like that's why the Nuggets work. He's the perfect front man
He is.
to a team that he is not the best player on,
Yes.
but he is glue.
That is why
He is the glue.
Jamal Murray is my favorite current Nugget.
Yeah.
Is because he's not the best, obviously. Nobody thinks that. But he's so good at being that second fiddle, and he's got the swag that you need, especially when we're at home. He starts getting hot, and he starts feeding off that crowd energy, interacting with the crowd. It feels almost like you're watching WWE or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Where, like, the face is just feeding off that energy. You know, he's like The Rock or something. He like puts his ear up to the crowd, and the crowd goes nuts, and everybody loves it, and it just makes him better. It makes us better. He's so perfect for here. I hope he never leaves. I hope he plays till he's 55.
I was gonna say, Rocksteady. You know who that sounds like that you just described? Like the face of it all, but not the best, but definitely like the leader. Kind of like Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I thought Leonardo kind of was the leader, but he was also maybe the least interesting of the Ninja Turtles. I thought.
He's like a quiet leader.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's Raph, sometimes it's Mikey, sometimes it's
Raph
Don.
is the most interesting of the Ninja Turtles.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Just like
He's the emotional leader,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He gets
that's
the most screen time.
as
true.
well he should.
Yeah.
that's true.
You know, as a kid, my favorite was Donnie.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
That's a
The
that was-
smart one,
yeah.
obviously.
All right, that's
Obviously.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, I feel like Donnie is like the Steven Adams of the NBA.
Oh, man.
Steven.
Like,
He was like the enforcer.
the Derrick Rose.
Like from New
No,
Zealand?
but just that everybody loves. Like, Donnie's the one that everyone loves.
Donnie's the one that... Does everybody love Derrick Rose?
Yes. Who doesn't love Derrick Rose?
Do people not think that maybe he had one of the most overrated MVPs?
Ooh.
Okay, well, don't get me started on
Yeah.
overrated MVPs with
I mean...
some guy who played for the Suns. We can talk overrated MVPs. All
He had
we
like
want.
Okay.
He had 3 of them.
Not the most overrated
Don't even
MVP.
get me started.
Come on,
Who
man.
should have gotten it over him?
I mean, there was a player I remember. He was somewhere in Cleveland, I think.
Oh yeah.
Underrated guy. I wish I could
Oh
remember
my
that guy's name.
God.
James or something. James.
Never
Why is
heard
that
of him.
coming to James.
Never heard of him.
I don't know.
Mr. LeBron Flop-a-Lot James.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Was clearly he. You know what? Derrick Rose won the Joel MVP. The
He didn't
Joel
complain
Embiid
about it.
MVP.
He didn't complain about
He's a
it.
much more likable guy. I'll give him that much.
Yeah.
He did not
didn't
flop
care
the
about
same,
it.
but he won because people were tired of voting for clearly the best player on the planet.
Okay.
I just felt bad for Derrick Rose.
Oh yeah,
You know,
for sure. Oh
he-
wow, that was louder than I thought. So.
He rose to like such heights, and then I mean that was a cool team, right? They had like
That was his problem. He rose to those heights and then came down on that knee.
What are you guys doing for New Year's?
I think I'm just gonna watch some basketball, most likely.
Absolutely.
Maybe watch some football. I believe the Broncos play that day. My sister offered me free tickets, and she says she's giving them to like 20 different people, and nobody wants them. And I'm not sure I'm gonna go either.
Yeah.
I mean it is a dumpster fire currently.
Yeah.
Tonight could be a 7th straight win for the Nugs.
I know. I'm so excited.
I
What are
need
we?
it.
Are we 9-1 in the last 10?
You know who that one loss was to?
I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know.
And we
This
should have
is
won that
payback.
one.
We were winning the
This
whole
is
game.
payback.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh, this is payback. It needs to be the Thunder and the SGAs. More like the SGAs, because let's be honest, it's the SGA show. Chet is looking pretty good.
Chet's looking solid. He's in that discussion for Rookie of the Year. He's not gonna win it, but he's in the discussion.
I
Yeah.
agree.
It's crazy that two rookies are in like the top 3 in the league in blocks.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened before?
Unlikely. I mean maybe Dick Mutombo and
I don't know who else. If he and Elijah started the same year, maybe I
Right.
have no idea. I don't.
Right.
I don't think that's true. That did not happen.
No, but also I don't know, man. These two players are so fun to watch, and I'm so glad that they're in the league.
Yeah.
Because as much as we were down 8 blocks to 1 against was it Brooklyn or was it against the Thunder the last time?
no,
Anyway.
we were up on the Thunder.
Well, we were down early like 8-1. Then we ended up winning the blocks race like 13-9.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Who was
You're
that?
right.
That was against
It was the
someone, but
Nets. It was the Nets.
Just the way the game is changing as far as going for that extra reach, which I don't know. Growing up, I was always told, "Stay on your feet, go straight up." I mean, I couldn't jump, so that's a whole different conversation. But like,
You were like Jokic, but not
Slip a-
7, 8.
Maybe
with
slip
the
some paper
jump
on the way.
shot or the talent. Yeah, exactly. Just a few things, minor things that were different. But I'll also it's so cool to see Chet and Wemby and what they're doing right now. It's
Yeah.
insane.
All right, so we're looking at the lineup. Game's about to start. This is a in-game recap, And we are graced with the presence of
Mr. Rocksteady.
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 Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Rocksteady is going to hopefully be coming on here consistently.
He's getting a residency here.
Yeah, especially with that jacket. Oh my goodness, my man! I've seen you wear that before. You wore it.
I always got that on.
When we went to go see the Donny, help me. What's it called? The Larry O'Brien or Larry Brown?
It's the Larry Brown Trophy.
Larry Brown Trophy. Yeah.
Named after one of the greatest titles of all time, but beyond the Nuggets title.
Yeah,
that's up there.
It
Because
is.
you know who the Finals MVP was that year?
It's Chauncey.
Was it Ben?
Denver native.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was
Chauncey
Chauncey.
Billups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Ben? Come on.
Well, and it was great.
I did
'cause-
love Ben Wallace. You can't talk trash about that guy.
I love. My favorite was Richard Hamilton on that team.
Dude,
Rip?
Rip.
Little
yeah.
Rip?
Yeah.
Richard.
Sorry.
just coming off
Yeah,
screens.
Yeah.
15-footer, 15-footer,
Oh,
15-footer,
gosh, man.
15-footer.
Just insane.
The worst cardio, I think, in the league is like you're guarding Rip Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the Wallace boys
Have
setting all
fun.
kinds of screens.
Yeah.
Tayshaun Prince with
Oh,
his
God.
absurdly long arms and awful jump shot, which went in. But
You could run into the solid brick wall of Ben Wallace, which even Ron Artest did not want to mess with. So,
I would not. I would steer clear.
okay, all those guys are gigantic. I would also still steer clear, but, you know.
Yeah. All right, game's about to begin. I want predictions, guys.
I predict this is going to be a little payback for
Yeah.
the loss. It's unfortunate a little bit that we don't have AG, but I think that it's going to be a situation where we really come out and are focused.
Yeah.
I think that Peyton Watson filling in at power forward is maybe not ideal, but I think that he can play the minutes. He's athletic enough. He had little problems out last game. I don't think he's got that intimidating size that AG does. I still think things are going to go well.
Yeah.
I have a good feeling about this one. Jalen Williams will not have as good a game as he did last time.
We made him a Hall of Famer last time.
There's a lot of guys. I feel like we could put together like a Nuggets like top 75 squad of like the guys that play against us who look like they could be one of the greatest of all time
Like-
and are actually
Who is that guy, Bogdanovich? The 3-point shooter? Who's he
Yeah,
play
yeah.
for?
Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, yeah. That
Well-
guy had the game of his life. Oh,
It-
right there.
And that's it was insane.
Yeah, what's
and
your
then-
prediction? Sorry. Okay.
No, numbers wise?
Yeah, no, prediction for the game. We need a score.
Yeah, what's your score?
Oh,
need
you
a
need
score.
an actual
Come on.
score.
Yeah.
Rock, let's
You know,
go.
things look so well this last game that I think I'd be crazy to not predict at least 120 by the Nuggets.
Okay.
I have some respect for OKC. I'm going to say they get up to 112.
Ooh.
So within 8 points, enough that it's like a good game. We're a little nervous,
Okay.
but it's a comfortable lead.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So 120 to 112?
120, 112.
Nuggets dub. What are you thinking, Leo?
Oh, Donnie, I think that the Nugs, kind of like what Rock was saying they just put up, 142?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
would be crazy to not say they're going to get at least 120. But, man, it's just the AG luck has to run out sometime, and I know we've only been one game without him, but also Peyton Watson filled in pretty well. So I'm going to say 115, 111.
Okay.
Close.
Nugs.
Close.
Yeah,
Okay.
a close one. A biter.
All right. I'm gonna go a barn burner here. 111, 110 Nugs.
Woo.
Yeah, we're gonna beat them by one like they beat us by one.
So is it going to be the same situation where Shea gets the last shot and we're just praying that he doesn't make it this time, or how's that going to play down the stretch?
I think if anything we win at the buzzer this time, and it's Jamal Murray.
I would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
If
Of
there's a
the
last-
current Nuggets roster,
Yeah.
Jamal Murray,
Right.
near and dear to my heart.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That'd be great.
That kind of plays some insight into later. And I think I knew that from talking to you
Yeah.
before, but also.
I'm a
Yep.
big fan of Swagger.
Are you
I think
Canadian?
Jamal Murray. Now.
Hey.
No, I am not Canadian.
Do you know what poutine is?
I do. I knew even before you had to explain to Leo here what poutine was. I'm a big fan of poutine. You know why they call it that? Because I love poutine that in my mouth.
Rock, that was legendary.
I thought of that joke while I was listening to the pod, and
You're hired. You're hired.
I really hope
Yeah.
this conversation comes back up
God.
again because I'm ready to go.
You are
You're
hired.
going to put me out of a job, man. God, that was great. Also, I have a confession to make to everyone.
Okay.
So, April and I are at the game last night, absolutely legendary, but we'll talk about that later. So I go out to go to the bathroom, and then April and I go to search for food because, of course, we didn't eat beforehand. Planned on it, never got around to it. It's one of those things. And we're like, let's go get some grub. And so we go on a journey because we're like, pizza, nah, gonna have that tomorrow. Nachos, nah, we don't have $1 million to spend. Smash burger, nah, we had good times.
Did you eat out of the trash can, Leo?
Well, I'm talking about second. I'm talking about second dinner, Donnie. Second dinner.
Okay.
So trash can and then second. So we're looking for second dinner, and we're walking around, and guess what I see, fellas? Poutine.
Oh man.
Poutine and like chicken tenders and all this.
Did you get the poutine?
No, I wanted to. It just the price didn't seem as worth it compared to the chicken tenders.
I mean, you're at Ballerina. I'm not sure what price you were expecting.
Well, yeah, no, I know. But
Yeah, what is cheap there?
dude, smash burger. That's the best
Yeah, that's a
route
good
for
point.
sure. It's $8 for a burger.
Love the burger.
Yeah.
I always get the tots, and then when I see the tots, they got deluxe tots, right? With just that little bit of rosemary and stuff on them.
Is that good?
I don't know if that a little sprinkle of rosemary is worth $1. I still pay the $1 for the rosemary.
Okay.
I can't help myself.
All right, boys. We all three got Nugs dubs, which is pretty predictable.
Yeah.
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 But here we go. We'll be back.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, everybody, we're back, and
tip.
the first
The
quarter.
tip.
Whoa, jeez.
Sorry.
The first quarter is over, and we're just starting the second. Rocksteady, got a question for you. I want you to do your best. Great shot, Julian.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Rocksteady, I want you to do your best Michael Malone impression of your thoughts on the first quarter. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Wow, you really put me on the spot on that
Yes.
one.
Yes, we are.
And I don't know why you picked me to do the White Mike impression, but I'm gonna give it my best shot
Okay,
here.
yeah. You're our guest.
We
That's why I
felt
chose you.
we felt you were the best to represent Mike
Yeah.
White, or whatever his name is.
Michael. Why, Mike? Okay. What about your Jamal impression? Do a Jamal impression.
Yeah. Give me a Jamal pep talk.
I'm doing the blue arrow right now.
Oh, my
I don't know if
God.
you see, but I'm firing off. Although the shot's been slightly inconsistent today, it's coming.
It's
Yeah.
coming. Yeah.
I agree.
He's gonna hit the winner.
Do you guys think that Chet is going to have a 30 ball tonight?
Hope not. But he's on his way.
I want Chet to push Jokic so that Jokic can do him like he did a Morris brother.
Oh.
And then I feel like it'll be like a house of cards coming down or like a bunch of toothpicks all falling into a pile. And Rain Man's going to be there to count how many toothpicks there are because that's what's going to happen to Chet Holmgren.
I love this. Oh, my gosh. What a visual. Visual.
That was
Well, everyone,
fantastic.
we're going to let you think about that while we finish up this second quarter. The Nugs are currently at the 11-minute mark in quarter two, down 33-30. Donnie, what'd you think of my score recap? I know how much you love score recaps.
It's fantastic. That was fantastic.
All right. Go Nuggets.
Go Nuggets.
Oh, Rock, it's not looking good.
No, it's not looking great. But you got to look on the bright side a little bit. Chet Holmgren had one of the best halves of his young NBA career. And I feel like we're not really down that much.
I agree. And what are we down? What are we down? 6?
That sounds about right. Within that range.
Yep.
So I feel like we miss a guy like Aaron Gordon who can maybe not contest those shots because Chet is 11 feet tall. But
yeah.
He's going to body him up. He's really going to make him work. And not having that size right now is hurting us a little bit.
I agree.
I think that the Thunder are a phenomenal young team, but this is still a very winnable game for us. We just need to fix a couple of things, maybe defensively, and I don't think they're going to shoot like that in the second half.
I don't know if you guys just saw Kobe White. What he did. I'm just kidding. Anyway,
Rock, if you don't know, this guy's a Kobe White fan. If you haven't picked up on that yet.
I have heard that a time or two, yeah.
No, I agree, though. I don't think that we're Okay, that was bad. That was a foul. That was a foul. That was a foul, boys. That's a foul. Look at that high five. He high-fived him for such a great take.
This is not tennis.
Anyway, I agree, Rock. I'm not too worried about the Nugs making a comeback. Shea is on a tear.
Yeah.
But we're only down 6, and he's on a tear.
What's the deficit right now?
We're down 6. 54-48.
Okay. Okay, Chet's got 17. 3 for 3 from deep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How many blocks? I feel like he's got 2 or 3 of those, right?
He's
One.
got 3. 1?
This just says 1.
Is it
but
just
I
1?
feel like he's got more.
It's just something about that length bothering a lot of guys. Maybe they're making that crazy pass away.
Yeah.
And
like,
so it's not really a block, but it's an intimidation.
yeah, like I wish there was a stat for like altered shots or
Yeah. I realized there was a tree standing in front of me, so I decided not to try to throw the ball through that.
a fully grown
Yeah.
100-year-old tree.
It's hard to do that. It's hard to do that. Oh, my gosh.
All right, so Nuggets, Joker's got 15, 8, and 4. MPJ's got 8, 4, and 0. Shocker.
MPJ started off so hot, man.
He did. He did.
Got to get that guy going again in the second half.
Yeah.
He's played the most so far. He's got 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Peyton's got 5, 1, and 2. Jamal's got 5, 1, and 6. And the only 2 scorers off the bench are Julian Strother with 5 and DJ with 4.
Maybe we need to see if this is going to be one of those Strother like heaters.
Yeah.
Where he's just going to go off for 20.
We need that.
We need something.
Yeah. Oh, dingers there.
That's our problem.
Yeah, the saddest of the...
What?
Why are we inviting some of the Rockies stink? Now we know why this half did not go as well as
Yeah.
we wanted it to.
Next thing I'm going to hear is Dinger get on a microphone and yell, Broncos country, let's ride. Or, sorry, Nuggets country. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Let's climb the mountain.
Let's climb the SGA mountain because that's what it is. He's a mountain.
Yeah.
Well, the Nuggets are miners, right?
Yeah.
With the
Yes.
pickaxes? Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you thought I was going with a different direction with that one. But I was saying Nuggets country, let's mine.
Uh-huh. And so...
Yeah, that was good.
Oh,
that was just
man,
good.
I'm
That was
sorry.
good, man. So we're only down 6.
Yeah, I feel like we were talking about was it the Nets game when we were down by 6 or something at halftime, and maybe it was the Raptors game, and we were like, it's frustrating, it's annoying, but it's not a worry.
No.
Jamal is 2 for 7, which is
I'd be a lot more concerned if we were playing really well.
yeah.
Yes.
You know, like
Yeah.
we can play a lot better.
There are some games like that where you feel like, man, we are hitting tonight, and then you look up and we're barely ahead, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not great.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. We're just gonna have to hit a stride. We're gonna need someone off the bench to really. I mean, maybe like you said, Julian Strother.
We got
Let's find out if he's one of the only 2 guys on the bench right now that have scored. I don't know. They said Reggie Jackson just had some kind of a tightness in the calf.
Yeah,
So hopefully he can come back out. I feel like the 2-man game with him and DJ can be really effective.
yeah,
So we need some minutes.
yeah. We gotta stop SGA.
And stop Chet.
Yeah, like Chet's 3 for 3 from 3.
I don't know how you can get a hand in that guy's face.
You don't. You just hope and pray.
8 turnovers to their 4 is unacceptable.
Well, we've hit more threes than them.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I mean, but look,
It doesn't feel like that, right?
It's 30.
No.
It's
That's a shocking
30%
stat to me.
compared to 24%. It's like who's the shortest giant here,
That's a good point.
and we got to quit passing the ball to the other teams. We're on pace for 16 turnovers. Like that's embarrassing.
Fast break point. 1.
Yeah, how do you get 1? Is it because it was like a?
Must have been a foul and a fast.
Free
I
throw?
mean, there's
Free
no
throw?
other way it could have been.
Was there a safety?
Yeah.
That's some dinger math for you.
Just feels like one of those kind of nerve-wracking games a little bit. We all expected it was going to be a little tight. I think I had the widest margin at only 8 points. So there's a lot of time left. Those numbers, the range that we were talking about, the like between 120 and 110, I think we all had the score. Or I think you had 111 for the final Nugget score. It's all well within that range. So,
Yeah.
we're probably on pace here. We'll see what happens in this third quarter. Mm-hmm. And we're wishing a speedy recovery to Aaron Gordon.
Yes.
Jeez, man.
Put that hand in an incubator.
And your face. Sounds like it's face, hand.
Yeah. Just sit in an incubator for the next 2 weeks.
Is he going to play in one of those like hockey masks or something like that?
I was thinking the same
play
thing.
like Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
Aren't there some guys who still wear those?
Who is
Still?
Yeah. Not like hockey masks, but like they wear those face guards.
I
Yeah.
think only when like
They break their
you
nose.
broke your nose and
Yeah.
you're trying to regrow the cartilage.
Gotcha.
Not get elbowed.
Okay.
Dude, can you imagine though? Someone's coming into the paint ready to just bam it, and then they see Aaron Gordon in a hockey mask or something like that, and they're like, "Nope, I'm gonna pass it out for a 40-foot three." That's what I don't know.
Yes.
Sorry, that's what I'm envisioning.
I would
That's
I
a
would
different
leave the
type of
building.
intimidation.
yeah, like who's gonna try to come bam it on Aaron Gordon when he's got that? I don't know. I keep thinking in my brain, I'm like, he had to have been breaking up a fight.
Yeah. That could have been.
Like, because when I lost my thumb, well, my thumbnail.
I'm sorry. I'm looking over here and I see two thumbs.
No, when I lost my
Okay.
thumbnail, and I had to get stitches through my nail bed. I had to get 5 stitches to put my nail back on my.
I didn't even know what a nailed bed was.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
neither.
it's
until you just pointed.
yeah.
What is it?
It's literally what holds your nail onto your finger or your.
Oh.
But I learned when I had to get stitches that you can't get anesthesia in your thumb, so you just have to deal with it. So I had to watch doctor put a needle through my thumb.
Did they give you like a stick to bite on?
Well, no, I just got to say a lot of bad words.
Okay.
But dude, like, so when that happened to me, that was because I was breaking up a fight between my dogs. So I wonder if he has stitches on his hands, but then a dog turned on him. I don't know. I'm speculating, but it's just
I'm just
sucks.
wondering how big that dog was, man. Are we talking about like Clifford the big red dog?
Yeah.
Because this is Aaron Gordon
Well, and
we're
I'm
talking
thinking,
about.
yeah.
This is
more than
not
one
a
stitches,
small guy.
Yeah.
More than one dog. It was my assumption. Like,
I don't know.
Like, was this a full on like wolf?
This is
was it actually?
yes.
Rock, are you right about the Timberwolf?
I
thing
was
here?
100% right when I said that he is not scared of the Timberwolves, and he said, "I will fight a Timberwolf right now."
there was
That's
a-
how Aaron Gordon got injured.
There was
He
a
still
break-in.
won, but he did unfortunately get a couple of stitches.
Oh my gosh.
There was a break-in at the Denver Zoo. Maybe it has something to do with it.
I remember reading about that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
totally, 100%.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
jokes,
agreed.
but Aaron Gordon, we do wish you a speedy recovery,
Yeah.
and we clearly need you back now, buddy. Yeah. We need this whole team healthy.
OKC's good, but they're not better than us. And they're not 2 games better than us. They shouldn't beat us twice in a row.
Agreed. I mean, this is kind of similar, flip-flopped the game that we lost, guys. We kind of had the lead the whole time, and then
I really hope that what you said is going to come true. That
No.
it's a different Canadian this time that hits the game winner.
yes,
Jamal Murray,
Yes.
the Nugget,
Yes.
for us. I think that would be a phenomenal game.
Kentucky's not in Canada.
no,
It's close.
yeah,
It's close.
they have a lot of similarities. They do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look at that mustache.
All
Your
right.
hands look okay.
That's what we're gonna do.
Oh, I thought you were talking. Oh,
I'm gonna warm you up, Rock, for your interview later. Okay, you're gonna show some hus.
I'm ready.
It's a quick
Don't
fire.
worry, I am a longtime hussy.
You see that?
All right, we gotta use it. All right. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Rock. First thing that comes to your mind. Favorite musical artist.
Favorite musical artist. I guess the first thing that came to my mind, I wanted to go in a different direction, but the first thing I thought of was Tupac.
Okay. Okay.
That's really more from my youth.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, he's up there for sure.
Favorite TV show.
The Wire.
Oh. Favorite movie.
The Big Lebowski.
Oh. Cheers. Pineapple on pizza? Yes or no?
Absolutely yes, but it has to have some spiciness to go with it.
Okay.
Pepperoni and pineapple, I think, is better than the Hawaiian, the ham and pineapple. I think, a little bit of spicy, a little bit of sweet.
Yeah.
It's just the way I like them.
There we go. Okay. Pepsi or Coke?
I'm not a huge soft drink person.
Okay.
Growing up as a kid, my mom was a big Diet Pepsi person, so I guess I have like the Pepsi support for that reason.
Okay. John Elway or Peyton Manning?
It's got to be John Elway. Peyton, I love the guy. I think answering Peyton Manning is recency bias.
Blue or red?
I guess right now, today, I'll say red. I got a little bit of red theme going on for my Nuggets attire right now. And you can't say blue on a day we're playing the Thunder.
Ooh, okay. I like
because
that.
they also are blue.
All right. Favorite beer?
That would be the Left Hand Milk Stout.
Ooh.
Huge fan.
Okay.
Huge,
all right.
huge fan.
Home
I'm
run there.
definitely getting either the left-hand symbol on my left hand, and then that helps. You don't have to make the L with your hand anymore. You'll just know because it's the one with the tattoo. Or I'm getting a six-pack of left hand on what would be my six-pack.
There we go.
Once I start hitting the gym again.
He's getting both.
Everyone, let us know what you think. Where should Rock get that tat?
Maybe that should be one of the poll questions, and I just got to get the tattoo, whatever the poll winner is.
We're starting a GoFundMe to fund this. We'll be back for after post game, and when the Nuggets finally make a comeback and get the stub. All right.
In Nicola, we trust.
Yeah, bring it out.
Are we recapping?
Well, we're recapping, bruh.
Yeah,
That was god awful.
that was terrible.
That was embarrassing.
That wasn't great.
That was. Let's look at some stats because I don't
Why?
know what else to say other
Why
than
are we looking
lots
at
of curse
stats,
words.
Donnie? And
All the
this is-
stats we're going to say, yeah, that wasn't great. That could have been better.
The worst stat was the fact that we lost
Look at that tie.
by 26 points.
But everyone, I want you to know this tie that this gentleman has on is a,
Is that Dempsey?
I don't know, but it's
That is Dempsey.
Is it?
it's
Yeah.
a deep blue and purple
You're not a fan of the
floral.
purple?
What?
You're not a purple fan?
No, I love it. I'm a huge fan.
Because
Of
I
it.
see some purple on your hat right now is why I was going to ask.
No, yeah, I love purple. Purple is like a top 3 color for me.
One of your
What's
In
the
fact,
problem
it's number
with it?
3.
Why don't you like the tie?
I love the tie.
You don't like floral?
That's what I'm talking about it. Oh my god.
you're the Leo equalizer.
Anyway.
You've probably never seen a show called Twin Peaks, but there's this one line from it that I just love, where this guy says, Leo the lion, roar, and he roars like a lion. And whenever
Oh my God.
We gotta get rights to that.
whenever I hear the name Leo, I think about that line.
Really?
Yes,
I think of Leo DiCaprio.
I'm not surprised somehow.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think of
I know this is only a podcast right now, but I can kind of see a little Leo DiCaprio on Leo's face for our listeners right now.
Yeah, he's got that
so you
baby
know.
face.
He kind of has that look.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
baby. Thank you. I needed that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about the game tonight, guys. So it was god awful, kind of like your Leo takes just now. We were just talking. Like, when's the last time we had something that ugly?
Timberwolves.
At home specifically?
No,
Not
and
this season.
not
That's a good
counting
point.
not
Not this
counting
season.
the Rockies or the Broncos. When's the last time we've had something that ugly?
At home specifically, I don't think it's happened this year.
Nope.
Not this season.
Yeah, I agree.
We've had plenty of games where we've played this badly and lost close, or maybe even won sometimes. We have not had a game at home where we played like this and the other team played great.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
terrible.
All right, Donnie, hit us with some stats. Lay it down.
All right, Peyton Watson,
Gently.
14, 2,
Gently.
and 2.
Okay. That's a good. Whoa, that's great.
That is
that's
fine.
a positive.
That is fine for off the bench Peyton Watson. Is that good for starting power forward Peyton Watson?
Yes.
Yeah, 32
Yes.
minutes.
Oh, 32 minutes. What about the shooting percentage?
He went 6 of 12 from the field. One
That's efficient.
I'm okay with that.
yeah, it's not bad. 1 of 6 from 3.
You would like for more.
Yeah, especially after last night. MPJ was 12, 6, and 1. He went 14 of 12 from 3. 14 and 12 from the field, and then 2 of 8 from 3. 31 minutes. Joker had a double-double with
Hold on.
19. What's up?
Those are unacceptable numbers for
14 for 12 from
Yeah.
the field. That's great.
14. That's what I meant.
4.
He's given 110%.
There's something about numbers that just give me the tongue twister syndrome.
I loved you trying to read the score
Oh, Donnie.
on the pod
It was-
this last episode.
It was a challenge.
Yeah.
Still clearly is. Apparently we've moved down to stats now.
That's all right. Innumeracy is a common thing, and you don't have to feel like it's just you. It affects a lot of guys.
Oh, man. I can't. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Joker was 19, 10, and 7. 9 of 10 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 32 minutes.
7 turnovers too.
Oh, okay.
I love to brag about Yoke, but I also got to talk about
Yeah,
when he doesn't show up, and that's unacceptable.
he was a negative 19.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
See here, Jamal played the most of anyone with 36 minutes, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 11 assists. How many turnovers did he have? He only had 2
9
turnovers.
points in 36 minutes is not what you need from your second best
No.
player.
He only shot 1 of 6 from 3. He had a tough night from behind the stripe.
Couple of guys, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc is not great.
No. KCP 8, 0, and 2. Only 27 minutes, so I'm wondering if that injury...
In KCP's defense, yeah, we saw him get maybe not injured, but definitely hurt during the game. So I can understand that a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe that explains a little bit of Shea's dominance, but Shea's just that guy.
Shea is Shea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many turnaround Jays were we like, oh,
It just went in every time.
you just,
You
yeah.
expected it.
Yeah.
It's treating
You
him
just
like...
can't have him and Chet going off.
Yeah. The bench, we only got 21 points, which is not good enough.
No.
Reggie Jackson led the way with 8 points.
Reggie Jackson, who went off the court, potentially injured, we thought.
Yep.
Came back late, led the bench.
Yep.
Also not what we need.
Like, he should lead the bench, but it shouldn't be because everyone else played so poorly, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Julian Strother, I think you said at the half, had 5. What did he wind up with?
Oh, sorry, I misspoke.
Ooh.
Julian Strother had 10 points.
I
My bad.
thought
My bad.
Here's a brain buster. How many guys on our team scored more than 20 points tonight?
Was it 0?
Yeah, it's a big fat goose egg. Yep. Yep.
Defense is great. It does not win games.
We shot 42% from the field and only 27% from 3. They shot 50% from the field and 34% from 3. I mean, they just... How many... You guys know how much Shea had?
What he wound up with?
Yeah.
As I'm looking at the TV, I'm going to guess 40.
Oh, God.
Right there. Ding, ding, ding.
Earlier it had the Nuggets up there. That's why I was like, you guys know how many people had less than 20?
Oh, okay. Here I am being bamboozled, but I'm like, these guys are geniuses.
Shea,
When I guess Chet's weight, though, off pod, to the pound.
To the T.
Wow.
He killed it. I asked The Rock how much Chet Holmgren weighed, a 7'1" NBA man. And, I mean, if you look at him, you're kind of not sure because he's like 7'1". But The Rock was like 195. He weighs 195. Bingo. He also had 24
Rock.
points. How many blocks did Chet have?
Too many.
2? But it felt like more.
It felt like more, but like you said, that intimidation is there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we saw Jamal get blocked, well, we think once. The TV kind of messed up. Maybe it wasn't a block, but I'm pretty sure it was.
He changes shots.
He does.
And then the very next trip down the court, Jamal driving the paint, sees Chet, passes that out. Awkward pass.
Yep.
Maybe that contributes to some of the turnovers that we were having today. Is that even Joker, with his crazy length,
Yeah.
was bothered by Chet's length.
I'd love to see if they could like somehow keep a stat, of like altered shots or strange passes.
There's a lot of stats like that I want to see, right?
Yeah.
There's the crazier the stat, the better. That's the analytics the basketball world really wants to know. How many altered shots did you have today? People saw you and were like, nah, not this time. Or wide open threes, but like you only shot that wide open 3 because the guy saw it was you and decided not to close out because why bother? You're not going to hit it anyway. Those are the kind of stats I want to know.
Right.
I know my guy Peyton Watson had at least one of those wide open 3s today.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't go in.
No, well, he gets a lot of them, and so does CB.
Some of that is an outlier. These are guys that we've seen make those shots for sure.
Correct.
It's just like a weird funk. It's one of those weird days where everybody was a little bit off, where normally they wouldn't be.
Yeah.
And that's rough. A lot of times, that's exactly the kind of game where you need your, like, can't mess it up game plan, and that's what a guy like Aaron Gordon does, like a me dunk ball, but
High
not
percentage.
here today.
Yeah. Not here today.
Dunk ball.
I'm going to do everything I can to not remember this tomorrow.
Right. everybody. So, Leo and I, we're going to recap quick the game last night that he and April got to go to. The Denver Nuggets win 111-93 against the Charlotte Hornets. We're going to kind of splice this into our ROCKisode, if you will, as part of an interview and a game recap. Leo, how was the trip down there? Did you take the train?
We did take the train, Donnie. We were worried that we were going to be so late that we were going to have to drive and, pay for a pass and blah, 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 blah. But we made it with a couple minutes to spare, boarded the train, and took off, man. It was a clean ride. It was awesome. Got there a whole 60 seconds earlier than what our phones told us was going to happen. So it was great. And then, not to skip over the game, but on the way home, we did not have to wait for the train. We walked up and it pulled up. Because, when you're going home, there's no point in looking because it's just going to show up every 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And when it shows up, it shows up. But we boarded as soon as we walked out. It was amazing.
That is perfecto time. Good night.
It was kind of like an overall metaphor for the game, that's for sure. Let's talk about it, man.
Yeah.
First quarter didn't look too bad. Defense looked solid. Offense, second half, things got better. But 18 points we gave up in the first quarter. I love it, man. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good game.
And I'll be honest, though, man. We were getting close to halftime, and you hear the chatter around in the crowd, and April and I look at each other, and we're like, why hasn't Nikola attempted a shot yet?
Yeah.
I don't think he took his first shot until 2 minutes left in the second.
Yeah, it was late.
And it was looking like he was passing up opportunities that he's usually chomping at the bit for. So I don't know if he was looking to be more of a distributor. Yeah. I don't know if that was the game plan. But we looked sloppy in the second quarter.
I think you're right with that. I think he was trying to get everyone involved. It just seemed like these were the options. Number 1, pass. Number 2, pass. Number 3, pass. And then number 4, I'll take a layup.
Yep. It was cool to see. We didn't get there on time to watch it, but Ish Smith got his ring.
Yeah.
Shout out to old Ish. He had 5 points. Jamal had a nasty block on him, which was so cool to see. But, Bridges had 26. Brandon Miller's going to be good.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he was great at Alabama.
He is a good basketball player. And when they get Ball back, they'll be a much better team. I don't even know if they'll be a playoff team, but they'll be better than 7 wins. That's for sure.
And we outscored the Charlotte Hornets again massively in the third quarter.
Yes.
40-17.
Yeah. We were on an 18-2 run at one point, I think, and it was we caught fire. We honestly did. We shot the ball a lot better in the second half.
Yeah, yeah, we did.
It was. We still shot. What did we shoot for 3-point? Well, we shot 39%. It was not 39% in the first half.
No.
What do we have points in the paint? 42-40. That's. With Nikola not playing a whole quarter, and how many minutes did he even play?
29 or 28.
Yeah, he played half the game.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're not going to kill teams with points in the paint when he doesn't play a whole lot.
Yeah.
What was the difference, Donnie?
That third quarter effort, they shot poorly.
Yeah, I would agree.
Percentage-wise, they actually weren't too far off from us.
No. And in fact, in most categories, they were pretty close.
Yeah.
Jamal hit when he needed to. Reggie hit when he needed to.
Yeah. I was going to say rebounds, but they actually out-rebounded us by 1.
Wow. And again, I bet most of that's in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe it was. I don't know. It just never.
Not.
It was never close.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. There was that. I think it was second quarter when we had our second unit in there, and it was just Malone was calling a couple timeouts, being like, okay, how the heck can at least we match them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then finally Reggie got going. CB had 9, Peyton Watson had 8, but Reggie had 15.
Yeah. It looked like a preseason game, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was great to see AG back.
It was. Face looks good.
Face looks great.
I was worried about him with those big monster dunks with his hand, but he threw a couple down.
He's not worried about it.
Nope.
So, to be young again. Anyway, he's close to our age, isn't he? I hope so.
Sure.
Whatever, I need to sleep at night, right? But overall, man, just a great, solid win. I loved after the game, Jamal, Joker walk over to Ish, give him a big old hug. DJ walks over. It's a big old group hug for everybody at center court. That was great to see, man.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And you guys get to see, you got like all the games. You got to see Jeff Green.
Mm-hmm.
You got to see Ish.
We will see Bruce.
And you'll get to see Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the big ones, right? Or is there another one in there?
That I can remember, those.
Yeah, because Reggie was the other veteran, but he stuck around.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Just amazing.
Yeah. But who was your hustle guy of the game?
Ooh, hustle guy of the game. I love that we're doing this. I'm going to have to go with probably Zeke. Honestly, he didn't play great, but he had some monster defensive plays.
Yeah.
That
3 blocks?
Yeah, dude, they were, and he didn't play a whole lot. He played 20 minutes. Offensively, not producing what we want, but defensively, 3 blocks, that's great.
Yeah.
So, he played well.
Yeah.
Who's yours?
I'm going to go with Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
Not necessarily based on statistics, but I just felt like he's finally taken ownership of that second unit. And he's really pushing like, hey, we gotta keep the same standard that the starters have when we're out here.
I think he's taken a lot of stress off Christian Brown's shoulders.
Agreed.
CB's having a struggle shooting-wise right now.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried about it. It's not.
And there was a moment last night I saw him drive. And he kind of he rose up, and it was like a 5-footer. Just buried it. And I'm like, dude, just do that more often.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He's got the tools.
Yeah, he's lightning quick, dribbling to the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just more of that. Utilize what you're good at, right? And yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think this year is really important that we develop a solid bench going into the playoffs.
I was just thinking, like, our bench, man. We have Straw, hustle guy.
Yeah.
CB's a hustle guy.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Watson can guard anyone. And their mother.
Yeah.
And then we have Zeke, who will put in that effort.
Yeah.
We have DJ, who could be a 20-20 guy if you give him 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then to cap it all off, I think we have the 6th man of the year.
Agreed.
In Reggie Jackson.
I could not agree more, man.
Malik Monk is a great player.
But he should be a starter.
I know, right? He plays more than most starters. So, Reggie is. I don't think anyone else has a better bench.
No. I think one thing I noticed last night, talking about is, do we go with Zeke or do we go with DJ? And I've kind of noticed this over the couple weeks now. Preferably, I want DJ in there just because it's a little bit more reliability. The upside is probably not as high as Zeke, but you know what you're going to get.
And I think what Mike's doing is he's giving them 4-game rotations.
Yeah, I was going to say we have like these rotations, and I've noticed that DJ comes in when they have a bigger guy, like a Kubak from the Clippers or whatever his name is.
Oh,
Zubac, and like I think when we face the Timberwolves, DJ will get more time. And last night I noticed it with the Mavs game. Zeke got more time, and it's because they go with a smaller lineup. And Zeke is extremely athletic, so that kind of suits him. And last night there was a smaller lineup, so Zeke played.
That's a good point.
I think we're just going to have to kind of adapt to the team we're playing, and in the end, eat minutes so that we can get Joker back out there and give us a chance to win the game.
Yeah, no, that's
MPJ.
He's scoring, man.
Yeah,
he's scoring.
He had 8 boards too, and 1 assist, baby.
Again, he and Zeke are the two that I give the most flack to, but
our expectations are high for him.
MPJ he's at least hitting the ball.
Yeah, I think the moment we stop talking about him that's when you should be concerned. That
Yeah.
means when we give up on him, right?
Right, that's a good point.
I don't know. Overall, good win. Next one is Thursday against the Warriors, right?
Yes.
And then I believe we have one on Friday. Magic at home.
Okay, that'll be a tough one.
Mm-hmm. What? Okay, NBA in your scheduling. We fly out to San Francisco on Thursday to play the Warriors, and then they make us come home and play the next day. Why don't we just play the Warriors on Wednesday?
There's probably something going on at the Oracle. Or what about the Avs?
I have no idea. It's ridiculous.
I agree, man. I was like, do they go all the way to Florida? No way do we go from coast to coast.
That would be
Man, we're going full Kobe with that.
jump in 3 hours in time zone.
Jeez.
Yeah. But overall, good game. I think I saw a stat that we actually have a better record at this point in the season than we did last year.
I would believe that.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is the Timberwolves have played 3 less games than us, and the Thunder have played 4 less games than us.
Yeah.
So we're a little tired. Something we need to be on watch for is the Hornets, actually. I think they're 0-11 now in their last 11 games.
Are they becoming the Pistons?
Hey, man, I'm saying let's just be on the watch for it. Let's be on the watch. So,
Yeah, congrats to the Pistons for breaking the streak.
wow, yeah. 3-30.
Mm-hmm.
And the Spurs are 5-27.
Yeah. Nuggets right now sit third. And like Leo was saying, Oklahoma City, Minnesota played less games than us. Minnesota, normally that game differential doesn't worry me if we have more wins because I'm like, yeah, they have games in hand, but they have to win those. Minnesota has the same amount of wins as us, but they have 3 less losses. So I'm like, that's not good for us. Oklahoma City has 2 less wins than us and 2 less losses. So they have to, of the games that they have in hand over us, you still have to turn those into wins.
Yeah.
And
they play the Celtics today at 6.
ooh.
What a grand game that will be. Go Celts.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So back to the ROCKisode.
Jamal is simply going to be the greatest non-all-star player of all time. Can we say it this early in his career?
Of all time is rough, but I mean,
You don't think he's going to make the All-Star game?
not this year.
I don't think he'll ever make it.
This would have
Who's he
been
gonna
one of
make
the
it over?
best years for you if Jamal doesn't get hurt and averages the same numbers he's doing right now for the whole, up until the All-Star break. I feel like I don't want to say a sympathy vote, right? But I think people were looking at our title run and saying like, it's kind of crazy that guy's not an All-Star, right? That guy should have been an All-Star once. And so he probably gets those sympathy votes. That's the wrong term for it, but I don't know what the right term is. He probably would have got him this year, but he's not going to get him now because he's not been healthy. And that's not his fault, but
Did Melo ever play with an All-Star in Denver?
probably Allen Iverson made the All-Star team just off votes.
Well, dude, I want to say name one that Nicola's played with that's ever made an all-star game.
Well, I guess Chauncey probably did, right?
Ever made an All-Star game?
Yeah.
The only reason AG made it was because of the dunk contest. That's not a legit.
I feel like
Earth.
maybe we've played with some guys that like way past their prime have made it.
DJ?
Like,
AI.
Yeah,
But DJ doesn't really play. I mean, like guys that play on our team.
guys that play, no.
I think I'm saying this now.
Not in his current career has he played with an All-Star.
Nicola's the only champion ever that I can think of that's never played with another All-Star or All-NBA player. Like actually plays. DJ, yes, but DJ doesn't really play.
I don't know that DJ actually was an All-Star. I feel like
Maybe not,
he
yeah.
probably wasn't.
Yeah. Because there's probably Blake
I
Griffin over there.
think there have been a couple of guys on the Nugget squad since Jokic came onto the team that have made an All-Star team, but not while they were a Nugget.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
from that perspective, you might be right.
I mean, because Kawhi had Pascal Siakam, who was a all-star.
Yeah.
That's the one I could think of with Toronto.
Kyle Lowry.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
also been an all-star.
Kyle
multiple
Lowry
times.
for sure, yeah.
Did they have DeRozan
Has
too?
Siakam made the All-Star team?
I don't think DeRozan was.
Oh no, because he was a part of the trade.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was like, that'd be too good to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying I think
It's a tricky question, right? Because depending on how specific you get to it, there have been guys that, like, they did not have another All-Star on their team that year, but then the next year or the year before, the guy was an All-Star.
that's
Yeah.
true.
But I do agree that that's a narrative that's common. And so I want to push back a little bit about that because you're right. A lot of times when guys talk about who's the best player in the world, you get the Philly fans come out for Embiid. You'll get the Milwaukee fans come out for Giannis.
Yeah.
I respect those guys. Those guys are very good. But obviously, you look at the All-Star celebrations and, Jokic does not have that other guy on his team. But I also don't like the narrative that Jokic has done it all alone because
No.
I think that denigrates the rest of the team, which I don't want to do, right?
Agreed.
Because while Jamal Murray, I don't think it's going to make the All-Star team this year, may not ever make it. I mean, guard is tough, especially if they're still doing positions or whatever. Guard is tough. There's so many good guards.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not ever going to make it. But that's still a phenomenal basketball player that has that clutch gene that some of those other guys who may be better regular season players than him don't have.
And also something to think about is if Nikola doesn't play on our team, Jamal definitely makes the All-Star team.
Oh, yeah.
Got to put up more shots.
If Nikola's not on our team, Jamal averages.
Jamal's averaging
25 to
12 or
30.
13 assists a night as well
yes.
because he's passing it to everybody.
Yeah. So I get that as well. And maybe that's a curse maybe with playing with someone like Nikola where
I guess that's the good kind of curse to have.
Yeah.
If anything.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
that's probably too bad for Jamal that you don't get those all-star selections, right? And the celebration that you should have. But I guess his ring keeps him warm at night, so that more than makes up for it.
I was going to say, I don't need him to make the All-Star game for me to be like, he's great. His greatness is not devalued based on All-Star status. Personally, I don't even care about All-Star weekend. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I get bored. I like the dunk contest and the three-point contest, but that's about it.
Right? When I was a kid, it was like the biggest thing to look forward to.
Yeah.
And now the dunk contest is like, oh, yeah, that's on. Well, let me see if they got anything cool.
Yeah, it's
I don't want to say
changed.
I've seen it all because guys still come up with cool, creative things, but it almost kind of feels like I have seen it all.
Yeah, like humanity can only defy so much gravity.
yeah.
It's just, I think we've reached the max. Vince Carter really got us there.
Yeah.
And to cap on the Jamal thing, if the Nuggets win another one, Jamal I think is because he'll be the number 2 at that spot. Like
Yeah.
he will have solidified himself. I feel like as a Hall
The
of Famer.
funny
as a Hall of
conversation
Famer.
there, yeah.
He'll be a Hall of Famer, but
that
never
would be the funny
never
conversation then
All-NBA.
is when his name comes up for the ballot. How do you not vote if we have 2 or 3 rings, say, by the time he's done?
Yeah.
That guy obviously has to make the Hall of Fame.
not
He
a
has
question.
a 0-time All-Star.
question.
That'd be crazy.
It's
I
not a
don't
question.
know if that's happened before.
Yeah, like what if Embiid never wins a title, but Jamal has 2? How can you?
How can you go against the guy that
Yeah.
has 2 or 3 rings?
Well,
you
and
know?
he was like a very key part of it. You know.
And, yeah, it's not
a
like
super key part.
yeah. It's not even like he was, a good role player.
He's not Scalabrini.
He was our scorer. He's our one of yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
oh, that was good.
It's a pretty
Nice.
good question to have.
Yeah.
I like that one. I do think, though, that individual accolades do mean a little bit more to the guys. I think more this season than last, I've seen some pushes for some of our guys to make some of those teams. I've seen a big push early on for KCP to make an old defense team. He's a great defender. I just have never seen, like, as much social media hype for it ever before until this year of, like, this guy needs to be on an old defensive team.
And
And I
that's-
think he should make one of them.
A lot
But-
of that is Jamal Murray pushing that too. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And it should be.
The guys support each other.
And yeah, and I feel like if Jamal Murray, who is one of the best offensive players, is saying that KCP should get it, we should listen. He is his teammate, but that's all right.
Are you ready for the interview?
Let's do it. I am so ready.
Yeah.
This is Rocksteady, The Rock, some might say. Just Rock for short. Ready for my interview.
He's here. He's in a suit. He's ready. He's all professional.
Arms folded.
Rocksteady, we got a question for you.
Okay. I got an answer for you.
Who's your favorite, and I think we know this based off of our conversation tonight, who's your favorite Nugget this year?
This year, Jamal Murray.
Yes.
I'm sorry. He is my favorite current Nugget on the roster.
Is he your favorite Nugget of all time?
You know, he's up there. He's not my favorite of all time. Now, you've been in my office before. Did you notice a little poster I have? It's actually a 7-foot life-size poster I have of a former Nugget by the name of Dikembe Mutombo Mplando Makamba Jean-Jacques Mutombo. Have you seen that?
Is that his full name?
Oh, yeah. It's like 7 names. It's like 7'2". It's a life-size poster. I have it behind the door because where else am I going to put a 7-foot poster in my office?
Say, how have you missed that?
That was impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was very impressive.
I had those names on a T-shirt when I was a little kid, so that's the only reason I remember. I'm sure I am not pronouncing some of those right, but I don't speak French or whatever that is.
What made you fall in love with Dikembe?
I'll tell you my moment that made me fall in love with Dikembe, my favorite sports moment of all time, any genre, and I'm not even sure basketball is my favorite sport, but man, it's up there. And that has to be Denver Nuggets, Seattle Supersonics. We're the underdog, the 8 seed. Supersonics are the number 1 seed. And forever etched in my mind is that picture of us having just upset for the first time number 8 seed over a number 1 seed. Dikembe holding that ball on the ground and just loving the moment so much.
It's iconic.
Iconic.
Yeah.
One of the greatest Denver sports feats of all time.
Dude. That's a...
Wow.
Dude,
Okay.
Yeah, you got some good answers.
Okay. Man, I'm glad you're here. Anyway, Rocksteady. So you have Dikembe. You have, I would assume, Jamal.
Oh, yeah.
If you were to put a top 3 Nuggets team of all time together, and this is not like a who's going to win
Not
games.
the best 3, but a favorite 3?
Your top 3. Your top 3 favorite Nugs of all
Okay,
time.
then my next favorite is probably a 3-point specialist.
Ooh.
Going way back in the day again. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf
Oh, yeah. Okay.
is probably the other guy that's in there. As a guy that I think of as like Steph Curry before Steph Curry. Phenomenal shooter. Career unfortunately cut short. Controversial by some, maybe too controversial for a podcast. Kind of a Colin Kaepernick before Colin Kaepernick. I don't know if, you
We don't know the
children
answer. Yeah.
know all this stuff. There was the incident where, like, he stopped standing for the national anthem pregame or whatever, and I think it literally ended his NBA career.
Why is this not talked about more?
What?
For some of the same reason that people aren't asking why some of these teams with trash quarterbacks don't have Colin Kaepernick on their team right now.
Yeah. But you would think that would have been brought up during the Colin Kaepernick thing.
You know, I think that if he were in a bigger market like LA or New York, it probably would be, but who really cares about Denver?
Yeah.
Other than us, the people that know best.
I was gonna say.
City of Champions. Are we the only, hold on, other than the Rock, oh man, if the Rockies had won a World Series that one magical year, then every pro sports team we've had would have had a championship. I don't know if any other city can say that.
Yeah, because LA can't, because they just got a football team.
Maybe someplace like Boston or something.
You even
but
throw
like,
weird stuff in there, like, not weird. I'm not saying this is weird, but if you throw like soccer, you have the Rapids one?
The Rapids have won.
Yeah.
The Rapids have won. The Mammoth have won.
Lacrosse, yeah. The
Oh
Mammoth.
yeah, oh yeah. We're champions in
The
everything.
Eagles, I know that's semi-pro, but they dominate.
Yeah.
They have in the past.
New York? Have the Knicks won? Have the Nets ever won?
The Knicks have won, but like in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
Have the Nets ever won anything?
The Jason Kidd almost took him there.
Oh man,
Almost.
There were some good teams, man. Jason Kidd,
Yeah.
what a player.
I have a Jason Kidd jersey.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's a solid one. I will admit, as like a Denver biased person, I don't have enough jerseys of non-Denver athletes because I have some favorites that I always wish I had the jersey. I wish I had like a Garnett, not a Celtics one, but a Timberwolves one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You couldn't buy that jersey because they're in our division, right?
Yeah.
You can't support another guy like that. But man, his MVP season.
I feel like
phenomenal.
you can support that because he's retired.
Yeah.
Now I could go get it as a
Yes.
throwback.
Yes.
So my current favorite
Oh.
non-Denver players, I couldn't like go get.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
All right, so run through your 3 again one more time.
Okay. I'm going to put Jamal up there, man. I love everything about the dude's swag. I had to pick somebody that actually delivered us a title, right? Because, man, they're up there. But, I mean, over the years, there have been so many fan favorites, it's hard to even pick. You almost have to go era by era, right?
Yeah.
To talk about some of these favorite guys. Because it seems like you're skipping over some phenomenal eras. You know, Melo, phenomenal era. I mean, we made the playoffs for years on end. Huge Melo fan while he was out here, man. Kind of, I don't want to say grew up with him, because I didn't at all. But I mean that, like, we're of similar age. And so from that perspective, when I was in college, you know, he's winning either the championship at Syracuse or he's doing playoff runs here. I thought he should have been rookie of the year over LeBron that year. I mean,
100%.
Yeah, for sure. He averaged more points per game. I mean, it was like
Yeah,
We made the playoffs.
the smallest sliver. He out-rebounded LeBron. We made the playoffs is the big one, right?
Basic math tells you.
Didn't we have like 14 or 17 wins the year before? And then we go from...
Dude. And I guess in their defense, it wasn't just that. The team made a few roster moves. It wasn't like Melo's the sole difference.
Yeah.
But you could say that he was...
Okay, so you're going with Jamal from our time.
I'm going to go, Jamal,
And then-
Dikembe, and Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf as my favorite Nuggets. But like I said, tons of honorable mentions. And we're just talking about stars right now, man.
Yeah.
Forget about the role players, man.
Yeah.
So many great role players have come here, man.
Yeah.
Some unsung, some finally getting like their shouts out. I'm sorry, I'm going to go on an old man tangent for a second here.
Do it up.
One of my favorite role players of all time, based off the strength of one game, is Juancho.
Who?
Juancho, Hernan Gomez. Didn't you see that, Adams? When you guys talked about basketball movies, did you talk about...
Adam Sandler's.
Yes. Yes.
The one that recently came out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He played for the Nuggets?
He played for the Nuggets.
did.
And let me tell you, one of my favorite games is during the Warriors dynasty, like when they were the undisputed heavyweight champions of the world, and we're just the Denver Nuggets, right? Nuggets came out, and Juancho had game of his life and just absolutely lit up the Warriors. We won that game. And I went to the game with a Warriors fan who was talking unmitigated trash for days before the game started. And by halftime, he had shut up. And by the end of the game, he was quiet as a mouse. And I was the one talking trash. And to this day, I bring up Juancho, and that guy just gets so red in the face. It's great.
I love it.
I didn't know that he played for the
Forever
Nuggets.
love Juancho for that game. Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy. That's a good movie, actually.
That is way back in the day. That is a great movie.
Yeah,
I
it
love
is.
that. Anthony Edwards, what a great villain in that movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize he was in that.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, he's in.
What?
He's a player.
What
In that-
is his name? Kermit something, not Washington.
I knew
That
he
was an
looked
actual
familiar.
player.
I just assumed he was an actor. I
plays the-
knew.
he
I
plays
don't remember.
he plays the
No,
prospect.
That was Ant. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Which kind of worries me because he talked so much trash in that so well, and I'm like, oh man, this is going to be our future in a few years. In a,
That was too
in
natural.
a decade when Ant becomes like the next Michael Jordan.
Don't say those things. I don't want to hear it.
Things that worry me. By then he'll have moved to a bigger market, so don't worry about it. It won't be our problem. He won't be in our division then. But yeah, you're talking about some other famous Nuggets. Earl Boykins, will forever remember. Do you remember? And I don't know if this record still stands, but I remember when he set the NBA record for most points scored in an overtime at 15, I believe it was at the time. Just a game that I will remember for the rest of my life. Watching literally the biggest underdog of all time, the smallest guy in the league, go off like that and set an NBA record for scoring it in an overtime game. Pretty sure we won that game.
How tall was he?
I swear he was like 5'5".
I wanna say-
That's
Right.
probably an exaggeration.
I
he
thought
must
he
have
was
been like
5'6".
5'7" or something.
5'6"
I
or
don't know.
5'7", yeah.
I felt like
I
he would have
mean,
been
I
like...
could answer this question on Google, but it's better to just speculate. He was 3
Yeah,
feet
that's
tall.
totally speculative.
He was Tyrion Lannister, and he would still get up there.
I'm pretty sure that
he drinks and he knows things.
I was
Same
gonna
here.
say, yeah, he was in the Lord of the Rings. But so just real quick before I swing over to Donnie, I wanted to mention one of my favorite Nugget role players of all time, Eduardo Nahara.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You talk about show some huss
Right?
than Eddie Nahara.
Right?
I don't know that
Dude.
anybody has.
That guy would dive face first and land on his face and still somehow like get the ball.
One of the first Mexican NBA players, is that correct? I believe.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
should know the answer to that, but I don't.
He is because we talked about it on the Globisode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you researched that, and I should remember that because you told me that.
Do you listen to the pod, Leo?
Actually, I don't. I don't have time.
That could be one more view.
Jeez. We could have, yeah. Anyway, Eduardo Nahara, I just always remember him.
He was awesome.
Jacked. I
Yeah.
mean, dude
Yeah.
was jacked.
Lived in
Yeah.
the gym.
Yes, absolutely. We talked about a couple of Nuggets right now maybe need to get their weight up a little bit, and Eddie Nahara was not one.
We should hire him as a trainer.
Get in the gym.
Absolutely.
Eddie Nahara,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those role players would be flying through the air for loose balls. But you're right. That is exactly the type of like fan favorite guys that I don't want to skip over.
Yeah.
The stars will always kind of be my favorite because they're out there the most time.
Yeah.
But man, the others are so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Donny. Top 3 Nuggets all time. Go.
For me personally, Andre Miller.
Oh man, what a passer.
Yeah, and Joker and Murray.
You really value pure basketball IQ. Andre Miller and Joker both out there. I mean, maybe the two highest, I don't want to
know.
say the two highest basketball IQs in Denver history, but
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, they I don't know, and maybe it's because those were these are the eras that I've experienced, right?
Yeah.
Like, my earliest memories are like Nick Van Exel and Mick Dice, right?
Okay, so McDice probably an early favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
Nick the Quick was great in some of those two-man games.
Yeah.
NBA Jam. Oh man, we're going back.
Yeah, like that lefty, I'm just like, please shoot the three because
Yes.
no one else can make a shot.
Yes.
Like, oh,
I was
man.
going to say Nick Van Exel is one of my top 3 for sure. So.
Oh man, great answer. Great answer.
I love it. So
Who are your 3?
Nick, Joker, and Andre.
Okay.
But I mean, like, it's only highlights because I wasn't around. But I think this guy should be talked about as one of the greatest scorers of all time. Is Alex English?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
absolutely.
With ease.
One of the
With
best basketball
ease.
players of all time.
With ease, he just scored it. It
Yeah.
was no problem.
So, I mean, I barely remember this, but I have gone to see Alex English play basketball,
What?
and it was back in McNichols Arena.
Oh yeah.
That's going way back
Yeah,
in the day.
that's back in the day.
Oh yeah, those were like I said. I can't honestly answer that because I didn't watch him play enough, to say it. And
But you were
there's
there.
Something about a childhood, right? The same reason you guys have Nick the Quick on there or whatever like that is like those formative years as a kid. There's nothing that beats that.
Yeah.
I am so jealous of the 10 to 15-year-olds right now. Their formative moments are watching the greatest Nuggets team of all time.
They're so
NBA
spoiled.
champion
Yeah.
Nuggets.
They don't know what pain is.
No, they don't know what pain is. They don't know what it's like to go through those seasons as an absolute laughing stock.
Right?
They don't know.
Missing a layup, like what's that? We don't miss layups around
Right?
here.
The kids are in tears right now
Yeah.
because the game that we just watched is the worst game they've ever seen in their life.
Right. And we're just like,
And
on
we're
to the
like,
next.
been through this before.
Yeah. We're like, oh man, this is weird. This kind of sucks, but yeah. All right. Well, cool. Good answers, fellas.
Yeah.
I love this question now, especially after tonight's 20 million point loss. Rocksteady.
Yes.
If you were to step into the Nuggets locker room tonight, what's one thing you would tell the fellas? All 15 of them on the roster.
I think this is one of those aberrant nights where guys just weren't on their game, and it's rare that happens to everyone on the team at the exact same time. Typically, one or two guys will go off, right? If Joker had a 40-point triple-double or something, and then everybody else played like trash, even if it's a close loss, we're like, it is what it is. We play a little bit better and we're fine. This loss, I bet, feels worse because it's OKC. And so you got to tell them, right? These guys aren't going anywhere. This is a young team. We will have opportunities to get them back. We go to OKC once more this year. It's a potential second-round playoff matchup.
I was about to say.
If the playoffs were to end today, well, I don't know if it's still true because I haven't looked at the standings since after this loss. But as of this morning, at least second-round playoff matchup would have been us and OKC.
Yeah.
We would have had home court earlier today. We wouldn't anymore. I'm ready, you know. But I got to have a healthy team going in. I got to have Aaron Gordon out there. I got to have people playing some defense. I mean, I know that we had a couple of guys try, and, KCP should get all the credit in the world for fighting through what was clearly kind of an injury right there. Like, I have a feeling he was not okay. He was limping on the court and still like, I'm going to go out there and D up. But there were way too many rebounds that we let them get. There were way too many open looks that we let them get. We let guys get uncontested layups.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we missed so many shots. It's uncharacteristic. It's not like us. So some of those are just coming from fear. I think that in an actual playoff series, we have the experience over OKC, and we need to think about that when those matchups come up, right? Because that's a young team. Chet out there may look like Abraham Lincoln Wise beyond his years, right? That's not going to be the case in an actual series.
Yes. I agree.
He's going to get scared. The lights will be bright. So I think that this is one of those games that you're just like, listen, second night of a back-to-back also would not happen in the playoffs. Our full healthy starting lineup hopefully would be there by then. You just erase this game from the memory banks. You file it away for when we go to OKC and we lay it on them then. But for right now, forget about it.
Yeah.
You don't need to harp on anything here.
It's a long season. To harp on that would just be,
Yeah.
it would, yeah, it's not worth it.
No. Forget about it.
And we look overall, like if you look at our record and you don't look at specifically tonight, we look pretty good. So then moving forward with the new year coming up, 2024, what is your New Year's resolution for the Nuggets?
Ooh. You know, my New Year's resolution for the Nuggets is that we do our best to be consistent. I think that when we try, like we did at the beginning of the season, we are the best basketball team on the planet. And I think too many games, we either do the let's turn it on, turn it off. I don't have to close out on my rotations. It kind of is what it is. And I know that there's still a lot of questions that we have in terms of bench rotation. But I think that when we're healthy and everybody is focused, we're undoubtedly the best. So, you know, get all of your little rest or moments of inattention out of your system now. 2023, leave that in the past. 2024, I want us to go. Now, granted, I don't know how true my resolution will be because I don't know what Aaron Gordon's return timeline is. I hope it's soon. I don't know what it'll be, but I hope it's well before the playoffs.
I think if we all had a New Year's wish, it's no question what it is now.
Yes,
Man.
100%.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's back in February.
That's fine. Give him a couple of months, whatever. Obviously, I don't know anything about this incident, but
That's the thing. The
That-
details are vague.
can be rough depending on how bad it was.
Yeah.
I don't know how bad it was, so I'm hoping it wasn't too bad.
Well, and they made it when Mike Malone spoke after last night, after the game last night. He said, you know, I hope Aaron heals inside and out. So it sounded like it was a traumatic type situation.
I think that probably it must be. So I have what I like to call the arrogance of a large man myself, and I am only 6'4". I can only imagine what a dude as jacked as Aaron Gordon, an absolute pure athlete. Mm-hmm. I can only imagine the type of like lack of fear that he walks through just in his everyday life, and to have a dog all of a sudden be like,
Man's best friend.
yeah, this is this thing. And again, I have no idea the details, whose dog it was. I have no idea what the circumstances of this happening, whether he was trying to break up a dog fight or whether this is just like a random thing where he went to pet it and it was not friendly. I have no idea, right? But I imagine that is traumatic because there's always that moment in everybody's life where you're like, I guess I'm not invincible,
Yeah.
right? And so the hope is that this has no kind of like internal struggles in that regard. I have a feeling he's still going to go back to the exact same Aaron Gordon that he was. But yeah, of course, we wish him well inside and out.
Gosh, man, I hope so.
He needs that therapist from Ted Lasso.
Jeez. No joke. No joke. She's
Sign her up.
She's
Yes.
great. All right, Rocksteady.
Okay.
I know you as someone who has an incredible shoe game, and
So I'm
you are
told.
a sneakerhead.
Oh, yeah.
Can you shed a little light on that?
Oh, yeah.
Start with what you're wearing.
Right now, we're just going with some Jordan 3s. These are the reimagined cements. I mean, the black cements are probably the all-time best of the Jordan 3s, obviously, right? But, like, I think these are solid. They're not super expensive. I think I just got them. I think they came out 23, maybe 22. So they're not super old in that regard. But the 3 is just such a comfortable shoe, man.
They're
Yeah.
clean, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do my best for them. Honestly, I haven't been great this winter break. I've been a little lazy. Normally, I clean my sneakers after every time I wear them, and I don't think I've cleaned these in the past couple of weeks. So you guys are getting kind of the dregs right now, and I apologize
How dare
for
you?
that.
How dare you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm frustrated that they look eggshell white and,
Yeah.
you know, instead of dove white. I don't know all my shades of white.
I swear it'll be better next time,
Yeah,
guys.
no, it's okay. So, do you mind? What are your
Oh yeah.
What are some of your favorite pairs?
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you what do you
Well,
have? What do you have?
We're a Nuggets podcast right now.
Yeah.
So I got to talk a little bit about ones that have been getting, some love at some of these Nuggets games I've been going to. People
Yeah.
have been asking, where did you get those? Right after we won our championship win, I got one of those, it's a person who talks about sneakers too much, and my phone probably listens to me and gives me advertisements based on that, right? It came up with this, Facebook ad or something like that for these Nuggets championship sneakers, and so I had to cop those. Let me tell you, wearing these things, they are not real sneakers. They have the Nike symbol on them. There's no way that these were authorized by anybody in any capacity. They feel like the lightest piece of foam ever, and then if I were to step on a pebble, I'd twist my ankle. It'd just be like, oh god, it hurts. I feel like as I'm walking up the stairs in Ball Arena, the soles are just going to fly out of them. But oh my god,
Like a Zion rip out?
Oh, absolutely, like a Zion rip out, and not doing anything athletic, like walking to go get a smash burger at Ball Arena.
Yeah,
it's going to go pop out. But they look so good. Oh
they
my
do.
god, they look so nice with all the Nuggets attire. Ooh.
I've seen you wear them a couple times, but the most significant time that I can think of is when we went to the O'Brien Trophy.
Oh yeah,
I remember you had multiple people then.
Oh yeah, they were asking me in line. It was like the talk of the line.
Yeah.
And as I told them, no, they're not real. People were like, I don't care. I still need those. That is generally my feeling on it too, right?
They looked at you like, oh, he's just being so modest.
Yeah, I'm so humble, and little do they know I am not that guy at all.
All right, so what else? What's another one of your favorite pairs that you have?
Do you
have a pair of the old Mellows?
Oh yeah, from back in the day. Oh man, so back in the day, some of my old favorite sneakers. I'm going to quick tangent because I was talking with somebody else about sneakers earlier today. Do you remember that Steve & Barry store that Stefan Marbury had? This is way back.
Starburys?
The Starbury brand was the brand. Steve & Barry's was the store that sold them. Yeah. And I remember buying so many sneakers in this place because everything in the store was $10.
What?
Okay, so probably it's Old Main sweatshop. Probably, I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
I can neither confirm nor deny. I do know that $10 sneakers for a guy that wears a size 15 and normally has to pay significantly more than that. I was hyped, and so I was getting everything. Man, there was a pair of Ben Wallace's I absolutely loved back then. This is back when I had the afro too. So Ben Wallace was kind of a personal idol of mine at the time, right? He was playing on that Pistons team with Denver legend Chauncey Billups.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so obviously I love those sneakers. They were Chicago colorway. You would have loved them. Red and black. Oh man. Oh, so nice.
I didn't even know Ben Wallace had his own sneakers.
I mean, they were through Starbury brand. It's not like a big. Although who did Jokic just sign with? They signed with a company. Yeah. That's right. The same one that AG has. Yeah. So
I might buy a pair. I'm gonna be real.
Oh yeah, for sure. Why not? I mean, just like I haven't owned a pair of New Balance in 20 years, and then Jamal Murray signed with New Balance, and I'm like,
right? Like,
I have 4 pair.
I know because some of them you kind of color coordinate with Coach K, I believe.
Oh, Coach K.
Yeah. You got those matching.
We did. We have the matching
New Balances. Oh, you're not wearing them right now.
No,
man.
I'm wearing these. These are not Hakeem. Oh gosh, I can't think of who's early '90s. I don't know. But it's that old Reebok.
Do you have any Tracy McGrady's?
Oh, I don't think I do anymore. Unfortunately, those were some solid sneakers.
I looked for a pair.
Those were so good.
And they were like $400 for a size 10. And I was like,
man, it's hard.
Almost.
Yeah, the people who thought I had enough that I'm going to keep these signature sneakers for 20 years and not wear them at all till then. Bravo, sir, because you know that I'm going to probably not be in my right mind one night. And I'm going to think back to
and the next day I'm going to get a shipping confirmation.
How much I loved Allen Iverson. And I'm going to wake up and check that email and be like, I paid how much for those sneakers? Yeah.
I like
but
Allen.
I'm going to look good,
though.
Yeah.
I think I had a pair of T-Max.
You did.
Yeah.
Man, there's
you did.
I played with them, though. They definitely were not, keep worthy after they were done.
When he was much younger, in the pre-Melo days, I really liked having some Kobe's.
Okay.
Those were really nice. And then we had that stretch where the Lakers beat us 4 years in a row in the playoffs or whatever, and so I couldn't buy any then. It just felt wrong.
Yeah.
But for a while, those were a lot of fun, man.
Yeah. Bring it. We're just going to preface a potential episode.
Oh,
where we
okay.
do
This is some foreshadowing right here.
Rocksteady's sneaker collection.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Rocksteady sneaker collection.
I'm at the, like I said, there's a couple of pair I got to go spot clean right now to get them ready, but
We're gonna call
I'll
them
see what I can do.
If you show up with dirty shoes again, oh boy.
Steady Sneaks.
I apologize.
We'll call it Steady
Donny.
Sneaks.
Don't look at my sneakers.
So,
I'm looking at. Oh,
Rocksteady.
okay.
I got a pair of Jordans in the closet that I think it was snowing after that one game,
Yeah?
and I'd never cleaned them.
And so walking through the snow kind of cleaned them, or they're still dirty from that snow.
I think they're still dirty.
I don't mean to.
They're Jordan ones,
I mean, but which ones of those? Is like
the white and black.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
they're pretty classic.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's the only Jordans that. Well, but I don't have a ton of shoes. My shoe game is pretty weak when it comes to basketball shoes.
There is.
It's non-existent except for those.
Yeah, that's the correct way to put it.
I got you. I didn't want to stereotype, right?
Yeah.
But there's like a demographic stereotype about the type of people who clean their shoes and the type of people who don't. And so I just wanted to make the assumption that
Okay.
if you had some forces,
I feel like I should break
I
that
knew they were going to
stereotype.
be a little. That's what I'm saying. You can overcome. You can be better.
Is it the Crocs in the corner that gave it away?
Dude, get off me on the Crocs. All right.
You know what I just saw online? I got to pull up the ad for this, man, so you can see this.
Is it a Cheeto duster?
I'm looking through one of probably the last 30 texts that I sent, and one of these was an advertisement for truck nuts for your Crocs.
Truck nuts?
For your Crocs.
What are
Like for the, for
your Crocs.
My gosh.
Let
How?
me see this picture.
Stop it.
Wow.
How much?
Say less. Say less.
Add to cart.
Dude, they're $4.
Shipping's probably more than that.
I have no Crocs. I'm sorry to say.
I don't even.
You don't need Crocs.
I'm only around, I think, 100 pair of sneakers. I have no Crocs.
Okay. I mean, that's fine.
Or I shouldn't say just sneakers, because I'm probably 100 pair of footwear. I'm probably like 80 pairs of sneakers. You got a lot of slides in there. I got like
That's
9
slides
pairs
are where
of
it's
Timbs
at.
or whatever. So, you got to have all those.
Impressive.
Appreciate a good pair of Timbs.
Oh, yeah.
Who, from what you can see, has the best shoe game on the team?
Oh, on our team right now?
On the
Yeah.
Nugs, yeah.
It's so interesting that we've never had, to my knowledge, this many players with like unique sponsorship deals through like non-Nike brands or whatever
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's so unique in that regard. And I want to shout out Jamal Murray, perhaps, as a guy who New Balance has had times when they had been the least popular sneaker of all. They've had times when they've had the respect that probably they deserve a little bit. But he is able to find some New Balances that really look good.
Yeah.
And I did not know that New Balance had that in their bag. And so I got to give him props to that. I don't know how deeply into the archives he had to delve for that, but he has done a good job.
Those two ways are nice.
Yes.
And they've been nice
Those
the last
are
couple
nice.
of years.
I didn't even know New Balance made shoes. I thought they.
What?
Sorry, no. I thought they only made
What
shoes
did
for
you
like
think?
old men.
Oh, God.
Like I literally thought that the stereotype of like just like
Barbecue
I thought they
burners.
were
I'm
like the
gonna go-
Skechers.
I'm going to go way back in the day. They're not Skechers. They've never been that low. That is low. And Skechers, I think, are for like 12 years old, right? They're for like kids who
Yeah.
like your
They're gonna
parents
outgrow
are
'em
pay
in, like,
less,
2
and
years.
so
Yeah.
here's your Skechers
They're
or
for
whatever.
12 or
Yeah.
100 12-year-old.
I'm going to reference a really, really old lyric from one of my favorite albums of all time.
Okay.
I sport New Balance sneakers to avoid a narrow path.
Where does that come from?
That is from A Tribe Called Quest.
Oh.
That's off the Low End Theory.
Okay.
One of my 25 favorite albums of all time. Early 90s. I mean, this is from like 91. I'm not sure you were alive then.
We're gonna.
Maybe that's 92, 93.
He was born 89.
Early 90s.
He's 89.
89?
Yeah.
You and T Swizzle.
Same day too. We have the exact same birthday.
No
You're
way.
kidding me. No
way.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I should have known.
Wow.
I should have known.
Yeah. I was just thinking that as crazy good as the Nuggets have been, we don't really have as many celebrities at the games as we sometimes have. That's what I loved about CU's crazy run early in the season, CU football. When we had all the celebrities out here in Denver, it felt like the place to be, right? I love when that happens. So maybe when you and T Swizzle get together, then we will finally have the celebrity sitting courtside every day.
Jelly Roll or whatever his name is. Jelly.
Well, and
Jelly
I don't even
Donut?
know
What's
who
his
you're
name?
talking about.
Is he a rap? Maybe he's a rapper. Jelly.
Jelly?
Isn't there a jelly? A guy named Jelly
yeah.
Roll?
yeah, you were telling me about
yeah.
this guy.
Oh.
The youth like him.
I thought you'd be
was a
talking
joke.
about
It was-
like Action Bronson or something. We were talking about some. Okay, never mind. You don't know who that. You know what? Taylor seems like the kind of fun-loving woman who appreciates a sense of humor. I'm sure she'll like the fact that you talked about her on your podcast.
She seems like not that she would listen to our podcast, but she actually does seem like she probably reads the comments
Tag her in it.
on like a lot of Twitter and stuff and just laughs her ass off.
I think the kind of people, the kind of celebrities that read the comments on their posts are the celebrities that go insane very quickly.
For sure.
And
Durant, for
there's
sure.
nothing that will make you insane faster than reading comments, especially if they're about you.
Kevin Durant. All right, Rocksteady. So you're at Ball Arena for a game. What's your go-to grub?
Oh, what a great question, Leo. This is phenomenal. So unexpected. Me personally, I love the nachos. When I go to games, I often sit right outside. I wish I could remember the exact name of the nachos place. But it's like the nachos with like the barbacoa.
Oh, I know.
And then they got the carnitas too.
It's
and
the-
they're not just like normal nachos.
It's green
but-
and red
Oh
and-
man.
yeah.
And they put all the peppers on there as well. They're not as spicy as I'd like, but I understand you got to tone it down a little bit for general audience. But oh man, those nachos, I would get them every single game if I could.
Section like 302.
Oh man, yeah, that
It's like
sounds.
right around there.
Is it? Yeah, it's near there. I want to say
Very good.
302, 304,
Yeah.
some in that.
Are these
area.
the nachos you've talked about, Leo?
Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
so good.
they are.
They're so good.
They're expensive, but like Rocksteady said, they're expensive. Like everything you get there is
Everything at Ball
expensive.
Arena is expensive, man.
Yeah.
You know what my go-to has been the little Jameson and lemonades that they've started selling in like a can.
Oh, that's fun.
You're an adult.
Can I say that canned cocktail technology has improved so much in my lifetime?
Yeah.
Canned cocktails used to be the like, I can't believe this is actually a thing.
Like they sell this.
How low have you fallen in life?
Yeah.
Where the respectable way to have your cocktail at Ball Arena was just to smuggle in some shooters and to mix it in with like a soft. Please don't get me banned from Ball Arena.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
But,
Those seats are good,
Yeah.
by the way.
Those are the best seats
I
around.
don't mind those.
Those are great seats.
The first time I bought tickets from Coach K, I was like, these are not bad.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Coach
do
K.
this a bunch.
And you don't have to deal with people in front of you.
I
Yes.
know. And,
You know?
and that's a perfect
Being
footrest too.
Yes, being at the end as a
Yeah.
person with like a long leg span, I need that extra area.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the downside of sitting right on the end like that, because I get the extra leg row twice. I've gone to games and people have spilled beers, like as they're walking down the steps too fast or whatever, just like beer goes flying,
Yeah.
all over whatever outfit I have on.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the cup holder size in Ball Arena?
I mean, the real issue I have is one of girth, and by that I mean is I try to sit down in those seats, and I feel like I gotta wiggle my hips to get into the seat, and then they're like, nobody sits until we score, and I'm like, yes, of course I'm gonna do this,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
And then it takes me like 4 or 5 wiggles to get up out of my chair, and then stand back up, and then I'm all down for it.
And
But
you
it's-
probably have to stand up quite a bit because you're on the end.
it is like an up down
Yeah.
exercise, and I just wish they could. It doesn't have to be much, but I bet if you got rid of one seat around the entire width of the arena
Just add
and
it.
gave everybody just a tiny little sliver of that space,
Dude.
I would only have to wiggle like once or twice to get into the seats.
Yeah, it would just make the experience so much better.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you can't relate to this right now, Leo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I just saw something on the screen they were watching. And by the way, I agree with all of what we're saying.
You agree with the wiggle?
Yeah, sorry, I
No,
hijacked your interview.
The the cup holders are ridiculous. They're for infants
Oh, yeah.
and for
Why sell me a giant drink unless I can utilize that cup holder?
they want you to spill it, so you have to go buy another one.
Yeah.
Yes, and
it's
unfortunately,
planned.
this happens all over my outfit.
So many.
You're so close to all these.
All right. Anyway,
A little bit more practice.
We're the alley oop thrower. You're the dunker.
Donny, what is
He's the Andre Miller. I'm the Aaron Gordon or the
Kenyon Martin.
Marcus Camby.
Marcus
Kenyon Martin. Yep.
Kenyon Martin.
Nene.
That's crazy to think how athletic he was here, and that's post-injury.
My least favorite Nugget of all time.
Wait, Kenyon Martin is your least favorite
By
Nugget of all
far.
time? Wow.
Most overpaid.
Wow.
He might be my least favorite starter.
His
Nugget of all
contract,
time.
I admit, was too high, but you can't tell me it wasn't fun watching that guy slam alley. You cannot tell me.
I mean,
that with a
He
straight
did it like
face.
twice a game.
He was like a
Twice
slightly
a
better
game for
Birdman for
years.
me.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But
Oh,
I
man.
don't know. Kenyon Martin did not do it for me.
That's a rough question, man. That's a hard hitting question. Who's your least favorite Nugget? I have to sit down and think about that.
For me,
one.
it's Kenyon
I
Martin.
have
Probably.
one. No one would like
For
the
me,
answer.
it would be. Oh, I have an answer too, but I'm curious about yours. I guess I'll go first, so you can
Okay.
work your nerve up to saying it.
Okay.
I would say somebody like Rafe LaFrance or somebody like that.
Wow, I love Raven friend.
Okay,
What a
so
great
for
player.
me, this is just me saying like, this is a high draft pick.
Okay.
When I get a draft pick like that,
More production.
I want to have a transformative player.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Right.
That's fair.
I want to be drafting my franchise player.
Yeah.
Would you consider Rafe LaFrance a franchise player?
He was closer to Darko Milicic than he was to
Yeah.
LeBron.
Can
Solid
you
comparison.
imagine what things would have been like if the Pistons had drafted Melo?
Oh man, no.
We would have drafted Darko, probably, right?
gosh.
Because that seems right up the alley of the Nuggets at the time.
Yeah.
For sure, right? Do you think
Okay.
we go on the same run that we did? No.
No.
Not even close.
No.
kidding me?
So from that perspective, it's not that I dislike Rafe LaFrance, because there were plenty of years there, some dark ages, right, where he held us down. But dude,
Did you know he's
should've
not
done a
from
lot more.
France?
Rafe from France is not from France?
Yeah.
Dang.
Guess where he's from?
Rafe LaFrance, was he from like Jersey?
Iowa.
Iowa. Oh man. I thought Jersey would be the most ridiculous place, but Iowa.
All right. So our bench so far this year, shifting gears from overall Nuggets or overall NBA, switching back to our team, our current Nuggets team. What are your thoughts on our bench and their performance this year?
Going into the season, I want to say that my expectations were actually really low. I was very nervous about our bench. I felt that we lost we had a three-man rotation, really, in the playoffs this last season. We had Bruce Brown, unfortunately went to the Pacers. We had Jeff Green, unfortunately went to the Rockets. And we had Christian Brown. Of those three, we only have Christian Brown. Second year in the league. Young, playoff experience right now. I was nervous and thought that there would be a sophomore slump, because most players have something like that, and thought that also, even though you just won a title, you don't have the most experience. I was worried about the veteran leadership there. From that perspective, I think our bench has been phenomenal. They've been much better than I expected. Going into the season, I thought it was really not going to work. We have no chance. We have a lot of young guys who really don't know what they're doing out there. And we still have a lot of young guys who sometimes don't look like they know what they're doing out there. But there have been a lot of bright moments where I think that we have a lot of potential and upside. Now, we do have a problem from now in December until May, which is to figure out where we can turn the upside into this guy is ready for playoff moments. And so I think that if I were to have to look at a playoff rotation right now off of the bench, there's some guys are going to be in it. Obviously, Christian Brown was in our rotation last year. He's going to be in it this year. In terms of guards, Reggie is probably that guy. He's definitely going to see some minutes. Peyton Watson, you think for sure would also see some minutes. But unlike last year, I think there's a lot of production happening from some of the other guys that it'd be weird to not include anybody else. First of all, that's not really a lot of size. Peyton Watson started power forward today, can give us some of those minutes, but he doesn't have like the height of a Jeff Green, who I think can really give us some minutes where he's playing even kind of some five, even though he really shouldn't in like a small ball lineup. Peyton's not that guy, I don't think. And so we're going to have to spend some time with either Zeke, who's, I don't think I'm as out on Zeke as some fans are, but if we were to start a playoff series right now and you told me that Zeke Naji is getting heavy minutes in a rotation, I'd be nauseous. Like, I'd be so nervous. I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
DJ has some great minutes with that. But as surprising as DJ's been, because I went in not expecting him to contribute much of anything, and he's filled in a jokerless game played phenomenal. Has had some great minutes in some other roles as well. But I think that it would also make me nervous to rely on him in a playoff situation when you think that one of the problems those Clippers teams had with him back in Lob City was that you can't really play that guy down the stretch because... And granted, we're not expecting that we would play him down the stretch really either, but if it's a relatively close game and you have some fouls to give on your bench...
Oh, yeah, that's...
Why would you not just start fouling
Hack
DeAndre
away.
Jordan early
Yeah.
and make him hit foul shots? Because
Yeah.
we're not a good free throw shooting team. I know you guys often mention this.
Yeah.
But
and he is especially not.
he is an outlier even on a team that's a bad foul shooting team this year. And I don't think we're as bad as we're shooting.
I don't either. I think it's just...
I think we just sometimes don't care that much.
I think we're bored.
Which sounds weird. Oh, yeah. This is such a weird situation as a Nuggets fan to be in. Like, I'm just ready for the playoffs to start. Like, just get this over. I mean, I guess I want us to get healthy first.
Yeah.
And once AG's ready to go, I just want the playoffs to start that day. Aaron Gordon tells us when, and let's just, seeding is done.
Yeah.
We're ready. We accept all comers. Because I'm not scared of anybody if our team is healthy. I think any
agree.
series is winnable. There would be some tough series, and there'd be some games I'd be nervous about, but I think we could beat any team in the league.
I'm very glad it's not like the NCAA tournament, one game.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I would be nervous in that sense, but
Oh,
a
yeah.
series,
Absolutely.
we figure it out.
I think that's sometimes why the NBA playoffs can get a little, I don't want to say boring, but like you kind of know who's going to win.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case. I love the games when it's not the case, you know?
Well, the Heat last year
Yes.
changed that
I
narrative.
was going to use the East as the perfect example of that because there were multiple series. I'm like, oh, yeah, the East are out this series. I mean, the Heat barely made the playoffs. They were a play-in team.
Yeah.
If DeMar DeRozan's daughter goes to that game, they probably don't even get into the playoffs. But, you know, the fact that they're able to make it was great. But I feel like that's not typical.
Yeah.
That had more to do with the collapse of the Bucks. That had more to do with the collapse of the Celtics than it did with the greatness of the Heat. And that's not to, by no means do I want to be one of those people that's like discrediting the Nuggets title. This title counted.
For
and it was
sure.
great.
Yeah.
We beat every team they put in front of us, and we did it pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
We're just that good.
Yeah. Like,
When it's a series, I'm sorry, but even if it's best of 3, which it's not, but even if it was best of 3, you show up,
yeah.
win. If you're
Yeah.
that good, win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of showing up, Rock, who is your show some hus player for the Nugs?
Ooh.
Who's our guy that shows some hus regardless?
You know what? Christian Brown is excellent at that.
CB.
And there are some
CB.
things that this year, like I said, there's like a bit of a slump in some regards, but that guy hustles. That guy always shows some hus, and I think that he's always going to be a fan favorite for that reason. There's nothing fans want more than for a guy to just look like he's trying out there, right? And he's definitely not the best athlete on the team. He's not the most skilled guy on the team. He doesn't have the best basketball brain on the team, but he probably game in, game out shows the most hus.
It's funny you say that because I think when he got drafted, Jay Billis, the ESPN analyst, he was like, he's not exceptional in any aspect of a basketball game, but he's just a solid basketball player. Like
He's a solid player.
Yeah.
The fact that Mike Malone, who doesn't love to play rookies, trusted Christian Brown to play heavy minutes. There was like maybe the Sun series. He didn't play a ton, right? Other than that series, he played every playoff series. As a rookie, that's crazy.
And I'll never forget that game he had against the Heat. 15 points.
Oh, yeah.
He shocks me when he goes up for a dunk. You're like, all right, this boy's just going to lay it up. And all of a sudden, he just throws the hammer down. You're like,
Yes.
what?
With authority, too. Because there's some players that dunk kind of like, I guess I should, right?
Yeah.
But that guy goes up like he knows it's coming out. I feel like some of that is Jeff Green's influence, right? He kind of dunks that same way. Mm-hmm. And he kind of has that posture of like, I'm playing taller than I am. He stands so straight.
Yeah.
Meet me at the rim.
Yes. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and force it. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that really gets, especially for our home games.
Yeah.
And which one reason we, as much as I'm like the regular season doesn't count, I do kind of want that first seeding. So I do want to keep winning a little bit. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
But man, when the crowd gets flowing, those kind of plays are exactly what do it.
Yeah.
He's great at that.
That steal he had, was it game 3? steal, and then oh my gosh, it screams at the Heat crowd.
Yes.
Dude, I watch those highlights
Doing
just
it.
for fun nowadays.
Relive the glory days.
After nights like tonight,
Yeah,
man.
after a night like tonight, I might have to go run some of those back too.
Right.
Go watch the Jamal Joker 30-30 game.
Oh gosh, we want. Back
But
to
you're right.
back.
Every year has to be good. And I think that from a sports story, I'm shooting the movie after the Nuggets win this title. And I'm shooting the movie about the season. If the whole season we're just the best team in the league and nobody's really coming close to us, it's kind of a boring movie. But if we go through this movie and there's trials and tribulations, guys are getting injured, there's a crazy Christmas scene where somebody gets attacked by a vicious timber wolf. You got scenes where
Someone
all
pulls
this
a
craziness
hamstring.
has happened.
People want drama.
You have the evolution in your division.
Yeah.
How crazy is it
Yeah.
that we have to deal with Shea, who within the next 5 years could easily be an MVP? We have to deal with Ant, who within the next 10 years could easily be an MVP. How crazy is it that our division has to be the best division in basketball, right?
Yeah.
Right now, the defending champion Denver Nuggets have the third best record in our division. And it's not that we're playing badly. We're playing very good. It's just that the other teams are just that good.
The 1 seed right now in the West was the 8 seed last year.
Yes, that's crazy.
And then
That's a quick turnaround.
Also, you have the Rockets, right? Who are not
Oh,
great,
yeah.
but they are probably the most improved team in the NBA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have one of the most
Crazy.
exciting centers. Right
I
behind
still
Joker.
remember.
Shangoon.
Rockets have to be the biggest success story maybe of the season.
Yeah.
Because I remember very early season, like game 1 or game 2, Leo. We were talking about games and you're like, Psh, Rockets maybe the worst team in the league.
I know.
And I wish
know.
I wish I'd said it a little bit louder, but I was a little bit like, I feel like they're a little better than that. And I wasn't thinking that they were good. I was just thinking they weren't the worst team in the league. I know, unfortunately, my Eastern Conference team is the Pistons right now, so I know a little bit about the worst team in the league.
Well, but and it's not the Rockets are great, but they're not bad.
Not at all.
Not at all.
You know who has really benefited them, I think, in a leadership perspective off of the bench? Jeff Green.
Oh yeah,
I wish we still had that guy.
he has played well against us.
He knows us.
Yeah.
Those first couple games they beat us, it was
Yeah.
some daggers. That man,
Yeah.
I take
I miss
him.
him.
Me too.
Yeah. I do hope some of those guys can re-sign with the team later, even on like a 10-day or something.
Right,
That would be
retire as a Nugget.
Incredible.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Incredible. Okay, so we have two more things, unless you have.
No, you're good,
Okay,
man.
all right, we have
Oh,
two more
man.
things.
Oh,
we have
man.
one that's super fun, and then we'll end with the last one.
Yeah.
Which
Let's
is
not-
also super
Let's not have
fun.
any fun at the end.
Well, it's
This is a no fun pod.
well, the last one's kind of a dice. We'll see if it makes the cut.
Yeah.
It's tough. This one right here is quite fun though. So Rocksteady, we do a segment here on Show Some Hus about it's a would you rather.
Oh, yeah.
And would you rather get
Okay.
punched in the face by a Nikola Jokic brother?
Ooh.
Pow.
Yeah, and this is a full send punch. This isn't just this
Okay.
is hold back and go.
Immediate CTE. I got you.
Potential death.
Potential
Or-
death.
Yeah.
Or never buy shoes again.
So I get to keep all my current sneakers. I couldn't buy new ones, but I still get my current selection. I just got to keep care of them.
You don't get to buy any more.
Jeez.
And maybe now that you're asking that question, that makes me think I
Right.
should have.
No 3,
Do I
6,
get
1
a-
jokers.
Do I get to pick which of the brothers punches me?
No.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's some like brother I don't know who's like my height or something like that. And, like
Have you seen him?
dude is an accountant in real life.
No, just like on TV.
Oh yeah,
dude, they're bigger than Joker.
they're enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're enormous individuals. One of my favorite things to watch. One of our coworkers has seats right next to them, and yeah,
How do we
yeah.
get these tickets?
I will talk to her and see what I can do. But I'm often like,
Is this
you gotta hook us up?
V-Dub?
V-Dub.
V-Dub.
V-Dub. And yeah, the way she describes him is just like not even, it's like a mountain moving in front. I guess that is from Game of Thrones. Like the mountain, that's who those dudes remind you of.
Really?
Like they're just gigantic.
The Hound in the
gigantic
Mountain.
people, right? And when I think about all that stuff with the craziness in Miami this past season, or no, was that the season before that with Morris?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, and with the brothers sitting there like yelling at the camera and stuff. I'll tell you, I was sitting, away, miles and miles and miles away at my home, watching through the television. I almost peed my pants. I was like, oh my God, those are some scary individuals.
I think I did pee a little
You
bit.
watch those guys and you're like, am I watching Taken? I thought I was watching the basketball game. I don't know. I don't know where these giant, enormous, scary Eastern European guys are coming from.
I think I turned in homework from 5th grade.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's something about those guys. I am not looking forward to getting punched by them. On the other hand, like I said, I do have that kind of insane arrogance of like, I could take one punch from anybody, right?
Yeah, you
Let
like-
Mike Tyson punch me.
You're a gambler.
You probably could.
In the head, though, man.
You're a big individual.
I'm getting CT immediately. That's probably what would happen. I've seen some of the knockout highlights.
Let's say-
Have you seen any of the kickboxing that his brother did or whatever?
Oh, gosh.
Wait, what?
No.
Oh, dude, you got to watch some of these highlights. on
Wait, his
YouTube.
brother did kickboxing?
Oh, yeah. He almost kicked the guy's block off. I mean,
makes this so much better.
dude goes down immediately. See, this is my problem is I watched all these highlights.
Dude, I didn't know that they were actually involved in that
Oh,
stuff.
absolutely.
We just made this up.
Absolutely. No. This is not a joke at all. You can go on. It wasn't UFC. It was one of those other
Like Bellator?
Yeah, it was
Strike or
something of those.
something, yeah.
And dude goes like immediately like down. He's like bounces off of the ropes and falls over or something like that.
Night.
And I'm like, oof. So at least he's not kicking me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a punch.
We might have to change ours.
I'd take a punch from that guy.
Okay.
I'd take a punch from that guy.
Okay.
I could do it.
He loves sneakers.
It's one punch. It's one punch. What are you gonna do?
We'll bring you flowers and balloons to the hospital.
Thank you. You just need to be there for when my brain don't work good no more. You just
we'll
gotta help me out.
We'll come do the pod there.
You can work the app. I'll like use blinks to tell you which sneakers you can get me on the app.
Yeah, well,
and you can go get me some. Be rolling around in my wheelchair because my spine doesn't work anymore. But at least I'll have the latest kicks.
I'm pretty sure you might be the first guest we've had that has said that.
Nah, I could take a punch. Jokic brothers, if you're listening to this, I don't want you to punch me, but I'm pretty confident I could take one punch.
I think you could, too.
One punch.
I don't think I could.
Yeah, like I mean, you're 6'4", you're a bigger dude than us. I just feel like my skull would crumble.
Okay,
And
then. I have a hard head.
okay.
All right. That was awesome. That was fun.
That was really good.
Good explanation, too. All right, here's the last one.
The fun is now over. Now it's time for the serious pod
hold on.
questions.
So this last thing, we've never done this before, but Rocksteady, I want you to please poorly describe
Uh-oh.
the Denver Nuggets starting five. For example, they played the Grizzlies tonight. You might describe the Grizzlies as nothing but a couple of pistols and some Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. And you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. So, poorly describe. Donnie, feel free to jump in on
Do
this.
I go player by player and you got to like figure out who's which?
However you want to do it.
If I said, see, this is selling a guy short, but maybe right place, right time, multiple titles.
KCP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is very good.
I almost said lucked into. It wasn't luck because he absolutely started and contributed for both of those teams.
Yes. Yeah.
But also he was not the man on those teams.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know. What would be a good one for...
What about can't dribble left?
Can't dribble left, I wouldn't have said was even on our squad because the national one is very obvious. But yeah, are we talking about a guy who did a real big round swerve today?
Just head down, man. Pick it up.
But you know, he did his best. He's
such a good shooter.
It's not always the straightest path to the basket. It's just how it winds up in there.
There you go.
I bag on him so much. I need to chill.
I think you just see what everybody used to see pre-injury, right? When he was going to be a top 10 pick. Never would have come to us if he'd never gotten injured, right?
Yeah.
Would have been drafted by somebody and been crazy contributing to them. So even though you got to take the bad, which is that there's games where even though he's 7 foot tall and has a crazy wingspan, you have to accept that sometimes he's just not going to be that athletic. Like you feel like you've seen him make that move before and his back just won't do it.
Yeah,
I
that's
was,
fair.
I was going to ask, do you think the injury...
Oh,
Deters
absolutely. That injury still bothers him from time to time. I think that's true for a few of our guys. When Joker had that stretch earlier this season where he was shooting like Kobe efficiency, like AI efficiency.
9 for 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not typical.
Yeah.
And then you see him those same games and like all of his passes are just a little bit off. His back was bothering him those. I kind of feel like his back was bothering him today. 7 turnovers?
Yeah.
That's not Joker.
It was weird.
No.
That's not Joker.
No,
Super
it's
weird.
not. That's a good point.
Well, you got to figure, we are a team that played the most games last. Well, the Heat maybe played more total games because they had longer series than we did. But we basically played longer than any other team. We started the season and have had like more games at the beginning of this year, it feels like, than any other team. We've played more games than this Thunder team has, by like 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
We've played so many games. I feel like who gets one of the least friendly whistles in the league? Joker.
Yeah.
His body's got to be hurting, man. I mean, I know that as like a bigger guy, you're like, I can take that one shot or whatever, it's fine. But taking like those crazy shots game after game.
Look at his arms, man.
Yeah. I mean, the arms get all the attention. He's got like that pale skin and like the bright red makes for the great color contrast.
That's a good point.
Kind of like the sneakers. But on top of that, you just think about like just the physical toll that's got to take on you. And he never complains about it at all. But I know there's just clearly some days when he's not feeling it. And I don't know whether it's sick or like hurt. I feel like it's probably just hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
He just needs a break every now and again.
Yeah.
But you can't expect DeAndre Jordan to put up numbers like he did in that one Jokerless game. Like, we just need 5 games a year where he just load manages. I don't think he'd go for it.
24 and 22. Come on, DJ.
Yeah.
Do you think if the back-to-back that we had last night and tonight, if they were flipped, Thunder first and then
Yeah.
do you think we would have
Yes.
rested Joker?
Well, I think that we win both games.
Yeah.
I think that we go in healthy against his OKC game. I think that we go in not as tired. Guys aren't off their game. It's at the very least close. I mean, as well as the Thunder played, maybe we still lose it, but like it is a close game. We probably find a way to win it. And then we dominate that Memphis team. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, they can give it their best shot.
Okay, let's.
Anyway, Rock, do you have any last words?
You know, it had actually been a lot of fun doing this.
It's very fun.
This has been a lot of fun, guys.
Right?
Very
Right?
fun.
I got to say, this is pretty good. Maybe this isn't the last of the Rock.
If it is, I will be highly disappointed.
We got to bring Rocksteady
Yeah.
back.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone,
for
start
sure.
the petition now.
Yeah, I was like, come on, get a GoFundMe, whatever we got to do. Let's just get it.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
fans.
You know, like I said, you're not far away from one of my favorite burrito places over here. Maybe the next time I'm stopping by, I'm like, let's just pod, bro.
I
do it.
thought about getting us burritos
Let's
instead of
pod,
pizza.
bro. Oh man.
If I had known you'd been there, I would have gotten us burritos.
Oh man. So many memories.
Yeah.
One of my faves. Definitely still in my top 5 burrito play. You're talking to one of the burrito experts of Denver.
Okay.
Let me tell you that right now.
Can we get your top 5?
It's one of my top
Quickly?
5. Oh my.
Do you have? Is
That's
that
hard to say.
Is that too much?
There are multiple places in town here that know me by name.
Oh,
I walk in the door and they're like, "What's up, Brock? Come and get your burrito." And I'm like, "Thank you." They know my order.
Yeah.
They know exactly what I get. I am often burritoing.
Can you take me to these places? These sound so good, man. Like, for real though.
Oh man.
Okay.
Talking about food, Leo over here.
Yeah, I'm
Just have to go
sorry.
get some more pizza.
Yeah.
Poor Leo.
All right.
I'm impressed, Leo, by how much pizza you can put away sometimes. It's not bad. I shouldn't be impressed by it. But Leo's not like the giantest person, and it's not like he's fat or anything. He just balls all day.
Yeah.
That's
He works
that's
out.
all-
What's that workout you've been working on now?
oh, the Murph.
The Murph.
the Murph.
Trying to do a Murph.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it.
It's miserable.
yeah. It sounds like something I'm not going to do then.
Stupid.
It's impressive.
I'm not proud of it. I'm just telling you.
All right, I'm proud for you. You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Proud of you, Leo.
I needed that. Thank you.
There's a moment. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to end on that. The Rock, can you remind our family, folks, and friends of something?
Don't forget to show some hus.
In Nicola we trust. Go Nuggets.
Peace.